And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the QAFL Grand Final for 2020. It's certainly been an interesting season, or the year in fact, not only in football, in life in general. Mark Kanga Kennedy is my name, and I'm joined by Matt Carroll this afternoon. We have two quality sides, one unbeaten throughout the season, and one, just the one defeat. That is Broadbeach, the former, and Morningside, the latter. Matt, this is set up for an incredible grand final.
Absolutely beautiful afternoon here down at Yeronga, and you're right, the two best teams of the year have made it to the big dance, which is exactly what you want. And the unbeaten Broadbeach Cats, perhaps a little bit of pressure on them given the unbeaten status that they've got, but the Panthers are going to throw everything at them. Two very experienced coaches at the helm and two very quality individuals as well, so we know that they're going to have their teams ready to go today, Kanga.
Well, these two sides have met once this season, and it was Broadbeach who came out by 50 points on their home deck, so it was a comprehensive win there. We're at a different location, so neither home or away for either side here. Of course, at Yeronga, bit of a breeze pushing to the outer side this afternoon. I think the key for both sides is going to be accurate goal kicking. We've known that both sides have been wavered in front of goals. Certainly, I should say Morningside over Palm Beach were a little bit. They had 9 more scoring shots. In Broadbeach, they had something like 10 or 11 more scoring shots over Sherwood, and a comprehensive victory there.
Yeah.
So the use of the football and the accuracy in front of goal are going to be very vital.
Absolutely. You've got to take your chances, and on grand final day, that scoreboard pressure means even more than in a regular home and away season game. So the team that can make it count when they get in front of the big six, that's really going to help them out. Midfield battle, obviously important, but for mine, Broadbeach's half back line is where they get a lot of their drive from, and I think with Boki coming off that back flank, and you've got the experienced skipper in Joshy Searle, his 150th game today, we'll mention that a few times, but congratulations to him. But that half back line is really where they start their attack, Broadbeach, and be interesting to see what Clint Watts and the Panthers have got up their sleeve to try and negate that.
Well, of course, two coaches who have an enormous amount of experience generally throughout football. Craig O'Brien, he knows all about QAFL glory with Palm Beach Currumbin, and Clint Watts, he just knows about glory full stop, because he is a legend of Queensland football. I think 7 or 8 grand finals with Southport. As these two sides, we're going to see the national anthem in a moment.
Yep.
And we'll let them...
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of AFL Queensland, we welcome you to the 2020 QAFL Senior Grand Final from the Broadbeach Cats and the Morningside Panthers. We would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians on the land of which we meet today and pay our respects to elders past and present. The AFL values our commitment to partnership with Indigenous communities and respect the protocols, heritage and culture of all Indigenous people. To carry out the Premiership Cup, please welcome from the Broadbeach Cats, Mr. Jason Potter, and from the Morningside Panthers, Brad Edwards. Jason is a Queensland Hall of Famer and Broadbeach legend, who also is a dual Trojan medalist and Gold Coast steward of AFL in Queensland. Brad Edwards, a 3-time Premiership player, two-years captain, and also the Queensland Hall of Famer. Let's give these two legends of Queensland for a round of applause. We'd like to invite everyone to join our players, coaches and umpires of being outstanding the Australian National Anthem.
course, always a stirring moment of any grand final before it kicks off. And Matt, you can just sense the tension in the air around the ground. We saw Morningside and Broadbeach clash in the reserves grand final. Morningside got the victory on that occasion, and Morningside got the victory in the Colts today over Palm Beach Currumbin.
No, other way. Palm Beach Currumbin beat Broadbeach. So Broadie are 0-2 today, but this really is probably the one that they've set their sights on. So congratulations to the Palmy Colts and to the Morningside reserves team. But this big one here sends a shiver down your spine when you see the players lining up there, and there's definitely that nervous tension and that nervous energy. So we wish them all well.
So as we go and have a look at these two sides, and first we'll start with Broadbeach. And these two sides packed with experience. From the back line, there it is, Nelson, Hancock and Searle. Of course, Searle, 150 games, as you mentioned.
150, yes. And now half back, this is where they get a lot of drive. And you see Boki there, who's been in tremendous form. And you wouldn't be surprised if a few AFL scouts are out watching him this afternoon. Harrison Arnold, the big tall defender, and Connor Nutting down there.
Yeah, Ericsson, plenty of experience, Grogan medalist himself. Weddell and Shears. So Kai Shears, of course, like the way he plays, he's a smooth mover.
Absolutely. Armitage, the Mayor, Moncrief and Fisher. Don't be surprised to see Fisher roll up onto a wing at stages, but Moncrief there, he's kicked plenty of goals this year, 27 for the season. He'll be a key.
And of course down forward, Clay Cameron, he's the spearhead down there, supported by Gilmore and Gore.
We get to the on-ballers now. Big Jed Turner back into the lineup as Nick Burton goes out with a broken leg. Low and lower in the guts for the Cats.
And just on the bench there, Chadwick, Fife, Mills, Reeves. Oh, the Reeves boys.
The Reeves boys, both starting on the pie there. And then the emergencies lines, Neil Royce and Selsby, they all played in the reserves today, so their side is going in as named. We quickly roll through the Panthers.
And from the back line there, Kethrow, Pendlebury and Nylan Rowe, plenty of experience back there.
Off half back, Bertoli, Simmons, Dale and McGannon.
Yeah, Dale, of course, in this week. Love his versatility. And then Crozier, Lachlan Rust, he's on there, and Sammy Godfrey, he's on the other wing.
Off half forward, you got Jeffrey, Howard and William.
Yeah, important players, Ruben William. And then, of course, up forward, the hammer, Hamilman and Coleman and Colenso. That'll be an important line for them. Hamilman, of course, leading goal kicker in the QAFL.
Absolutely. Mollison up in the ruck's going to be a key. Cowlishaw and Payne, the triple Grogan medalist as of this week. Congratulations to him. And on the bench, we've got Cameron Reeves, Dwyer, Edwards, Mallon and Triffett going in as named as well.
Well, we're going to see Morningside, and they're going to be kicking to the left of your screen. The favourite, you'd suggest, Broadbeach, kicking to the right. Again, we've got a breeze. It's heading to the outer side, so we're going to see a fair bit of play out there, I think. Who's your tip?
I'm going to go to Cats. They're undefeated. I think they get the job done, Kanga, but Morningside are here to play. You can tell already.
I think it's going to be a very tight game. I'm going to go for the Panthers. Just to be different, we're underway in the grand final. Mollison gets it down. And met heavily on that occasion was Triffett.
Jed Turner there showing his physicality. Big in for the Cats this week.
Yes, he is. Of course, premiership player in the NEAFL competition with 2 clubs. The ball just fed out. Nobody in particular. Pendlebury leads the race, but getting there first with Ericsson with the toe. Gets it to half forward. Plenty of players around there. Lowe couldn't take it. This will come out. And again, just shuffled out of bounds there. It was Brad Lowe in amongst it, and the ball just where we're going to see it most of the day on that outer side.
You
just
would think
forward
so.
to centre for Broadbeach.
You did call it there. So not a bad start there. A bit scrappy. This breeze is going to be very tricky. Players will take some getting used to. Big ruck battle this afternoon. Mollison and Turner. Watch for that all afternoon. Payne, here he is, the triple Grogan medalist, winning a clearance and going bang. Beautiful kick down to Coleman. Blake Coleman looks up. He's chipping forward. Arnold's trying to get there. He's not going to make it. Hamilman couldn't quite get there either, though. And a nice little forward entry from Morningside. Went out on the full. There you go. Gives you an indication of the strength of the breeze. It's blowing right through our commentary box here. It was quite strong during that national anthem.
And former teammates last year, and Stephen Mills and Matt Hamilman playing on each other. That's a key matchup. Ball goes out wide. That'll be right near the boundary line. Right there with it was Max Lower. And just through hands. So half forward, outer side, Morningside just in attack. I think both sides are going to feel each other out. Different sort of a game from when they last met.
I think so. I don't think this breeze is favouring one end rather than the other. Ericsson gets another touch if he gets rid of it. He does now under pressure. Ball in dispute, going in hard. It was his own teammate going over the top, so the umpire said play on. Nylan Rowe tried to get a kick out. Broadbeach get it going forward. Ericsson another touch, gets it going forward. Can Fife get rid of it? He can't quite. Sorry, that was Gilmore. Ball coming out here for Morningside. They're going to go and try and go through the middle. Hit heavily as he kicked it. Play on, says the umpire. Coleman again. Boakey. Good match up, that one. Good tackle. Did he drop it? Umpire says no. Ball spills out. It's a frantic footy as you'd expect at the start of a grand final. Boakey again. Met heavily again. Twice too high, says the umpire. A bit stiff there, Coleman. Boakey was going down and he's going to repel from half back.
Well done by Quabi Boakey, or Bokai, call him. A short kick finds Liam Nielsen, or Nelson. I'm not sure where to go. Dangerous kick to come out this side, one would think. Just finds enough space. I'll bring it out. There was Mills. Goes back to Nelson. Over the top of him, no. There is Godfrey. Just feeds the ball out, but they'll just get the ball out. There was Waddell having his kick smothered. He goes again on that second attempt. Well on there by Nutting, got rid of his man, but couldn't take the ball. Clay Cameron runs onto it. Very meaningful setup here. Right to the teeth of the goal. Just goes over the top of Moncrief and also Kethrow, and we'll have a ball up. It was a promising build-up.
Beautiful bit of play off half-back here from Josh Surley. It was 3-on-1, but he won the footy, gave a no-look handball over the top, and Broadbeach were able to work it forward, and they get an attacking opportunity here.
Plenty of opportunity, as you said.
So Mollison going up, wins the tap forward. Ball in dispute. I think that's Pendlebury. He's got it at the bottom of the pack, as he so often does, the skipper. And we'll get a secondary ball up here, deep in Broadbeach's forward 50. Give that one there to the Broadbeach ruckman. Ball coming forward. Anyone pick this one up? The ball's on the deck there. Plenty of numbers for the Panthers. Payne lays a tackle. He doesn't really want this one to come out. The umpire's circling. He's going to ball it up again. You're right, they're just feeling themselves out here. I can't see any wild card moves at this stage, which is probably fair enough given we've got a team that's undefeated and one that's only lost one game. Good ruck work from Turner. Chance here for the Cats. Fisher couldn't quite get the curl on that one. You see that one sail out of bounds on the full. Really takes out a few on the hill there, Kanga.
A few.
Oh, too high here. Broadbeach are going to get a kick. No, it's going to Morningside. They're just going to advance the footy down a little bit further. Just a bit of push and shove, and Godfrey's going to get. Oh, he's paid 50 actually. He was going to give it downfield, but the 50 metres the more advantageous for the Panthers.
And what we see is that always a discipline in big games is always a key if you're going to get too carried away. This is Dale with the ball out of side, up towards Coleman. Just running hard. Right there with him was Nelson, and the ball out of play. So I like the way Coleman's actually found a bit of space early. Just couldn't quite get on the end of that one, but it looks like he might be a bit of a handful early.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wild card up forward there. Definitely goes well.
So the ruckmen go at it again, both with enormous experience. No real clear winner on that occasion. Ball down low. Reeves trying to reef it out, couldn't take it though. So plenty of players around the contest. Just being taken to ground. There was a Morningside player by Lower, and we'll have another ball up. Out of side, half forward.
Ruck contest, Turner looked to be holding on there, and Mollison had the arm up wanting a free kick, didn't get given it though. As we look in the middle, Cowlishaw occasionally gets a tagging job. I'm just trying to see if he's gone to anyone. We'll keep an eye on that. He's out this side. He's currently playing on Brad Lowe, so we'll see whether that is a tagging job or not. Payne trying to win the footy out, couldn't quite get it. Stacks on the mill, trying to reef the ball out of there. The Cats gets thrown out without the ball, and the umpire sees it that way as well, and the Cats will look to attack from half-back.
So that's Armitage. He'll win the free kick. Distinctive fluoro boots. Not sure where to go. You'd suggest you go down the outer side. Tries to put a bit of a step on around Russ, but he's pretty quick, puts him under pressure. Mollison just belts it back from where it came. Triffett just gets it out, but the Cats do well. They'll bring it out here. He's low. He's tackled immediately on that occasion by Eddie Mellon. Very familiar with the coast, Eddie Mellon, former Southport player. Ball up out of side, right on that wing. No score, and we've played the 6 1/4 minutes. Turner gets it down. Broadbeach, Ericsson, he'll just get the kick away. It was errant, out of bounds on the full, and be Pendlebury can bring it back in, half back.
Pendlebury on that trusty left boot. As he overcooked it a bit, he has. Boakey should have taken the mark, just got hassled out of it. And Morningside look to try and work it forward. They don't want to just blaze away though, and that's a good set of hands through the middle. Little curling attempt at a banana there. Here comes William on the burst. Can he pick it up? Oh, didn't have the ball there. It's Coleman, my mistake. Ball coming in, chance here. Hamilman. Oh, he's going to get a free kick. It's our advantage, and he's missed. They are very,
They'll
very
bring it
lucky
back. They're
there.
gonna bring it
Yeah,
back
it was
here.
almost instantaneous. And this is the threat of this man. He's a big, big full forward, and if he gets that front position, he's very, very difficult to shift, Kanga.
Yeah, that he is. So we've seen him be very accurate in front of goal for the most part this year. And over his career since he's actually gone forward, of course, leading goal kicker in the NEFL a couple of years in a row, and this year as well in the QAFL. A couple of games I saw that he just didn't have his kicking boot on at the same time. So this will give him a fair bit of confidence if he can go back and put it straight through for Morningside, and of course give his side a lot of confidence.
So 35 goals for the year. Leading QAFL goal kicker, as you've mentioned, Matt Hamilman. This would be a great start for the Panthers if he could kick it. Tricky breeze coming from left to right. We'll have a look and see how much it does. Hamilman. Oh, I tell you what, made the umpire work, and he has missed. He just allowed too much for that left to right, and it didn't come back. So Josh Searle in his 150th game will look to kick out.
That's the first score on the board. Goes to Morningside. Searle brings it back in. They had the numbers, but Morningside had the numbers, but very well done there by Fife. On the left foot, gets it down.
Courage.
Well done there by
Courage.
Chadwick. He'll win the free kick. That was good going back with the flight of the ball, as you mentioned. Not sure where to go now. So just a little chipping ball. Finds Bailey Reeves. The iconic Gold Coast haircut does Bailey Reeves, the rookie search. Just lobs it in high, looking for a big tall target. Trying to run onto it there was the Broadbeach player in Gore. Couldn't do so, couldn't handle it. And again, just looked dangerous. Again, a little bit of clean play. And Gore might have been away there.
They use the ball well, the Cats. They do use the ball well. It's been a feature of their play this year, and they've got so many attacking options. So Turner, B. Mollison. Turner wins it with the right hand. Players on the move for the Cats. Can they get it out of there? They really do want it to come out. They're working hard. Good tackling from the Panthers. Good numbers around the footy, and Pendlebury just throws it on the left. It's gone high. Well read there. Nice grab. Beautifully done there. That's a beautiful mark from Aidan Fife. He's had a terrific year. Great young player. Fife looks up. You can see how many numbers are in this forward 50. He just decides to bang it long. It's a good kick to the teeth of the goals. Good grab. Beautiful mark getting back there, as every good ruckman should. And it will be repelled there by Mollison.
He's been a stalwart for the Morningside Football Club, Peter Mollison. I'm not sure about that kick though, or just coming. That should have been a free kick going away. That was Luke Edwards. It probably should have given away, but now he comes away with the ball. Gets a quick handball away, does it well. Hamilman, a long way from home. Just gets the quick handball away there. Crozier just stops, props, and then kicks off the one step. Into side forward 50. Just runs on. Trifford's there. He's bowled over to get it up. Ruben William with the first goal of the 2020 QAFL Grand Final. They worked hard from half back, brought it through the middle, and it was Ruben William. Right man at the right time.
Great bit of play there from Morningside. We've really seen some end-to-end footy here, so the teams, when they get their hands on it, they're finding it relatively comfortable to get it inside 50. It's just whether they can get it in quick enough and take advantage of the space, and we saw that happen just there. Ball went in deep. It was Josh Searle or bust really for the Cats. And then when it hit the deck, you could see that the Panthers were sweating on it. As it bounced through, it looked like Triffett may have had a chance at it, but didn't quite get to him and Coleman.
As you see, and it's great to have the replays with us this afternoon. So thanks for joining us. No matter where you are around Australia or even around the world, I think there'll be a few people who will be itching to be where we are today here. But thanks for welcoming us to the coverage here as well. So ball back into play. It's a free kick. It'll go the way of Morningside. It goes to Lachlan Russ. Not sure where to go. He's asked to play on now. Dispossessed. So a little bit of hesitation. We'll see the ball go to Chadwick. Chadwick. Ball inside forward 50, goes very, very wide. Nutting has it now, the former Gold Coast Sun. Little chipping ball inside, doesn't quite find his target. Dale just couldn't quite take it cleanly. Then it goes back and lays the tackle, although
Too high.
It was high. So the free kick will go. I think it might go to Shears.
Just waiting to see who ends up with this. There's a massive players down there.
Yeah, it is Kai Shears. Will win the free kick. So again, he's a will-o'-the-wisp type player. He's certainly front and centre at the right times. Got himself involved. Comes in, 45-degree angle, out of side. It's not pretty, but it is, if that makes sense. It did not look good off the boot, but Kai Shears kicks the first for Broadbeach, and now they are 1 point adrift, 117 Morningside. And that is a goal to Kai Shears, who adds the one straight.
Absolutely, you'll see it again here. You'll watch this ball. It's a helicopter of the highest order, but it doesn't matter how they go through. This is a tricky breeze, and there was plenty of right to left, and it was dipping late too. It was a Shane Morn special, that one, but through it went, and the Cats are on the board. That's a settler for them, but again, early movement in.
So just wondering if Morningside need to be back on the goal line there. It looked like it might have been possibly touchable.
Possibility, yeah. It looked a dip late. So we go back to the middle. And we'll have that one back again. No, the umpire's happy with it. All the players were waiting for it to be recalled. Morningside, win it out of the middle, going forward here. Oh, a man in front got 2 hands on it. Good crumb there. Could have been too high. Play on, says the umpire. Good call for mine. His head was down. Didn't meet him with any real force.
Well, that bounce there, it was the breeze that actually held it inside the centre circle, and Turner actually gave up on it.
I think so. He didn't want to know about it, but they didn't bring it back. William, the goal kicker, dumped in a great Chadwick tackle. Calls for perhaps a dangerous tackle from the Morningside bench, but nothing doing from the umpire. Looked okay for mine. Chadwick just gives him a little bit more to go on with, and it's getting a bit willing, as you'd expect on grand final day. So up they go, Turner. No one really gets it. Ball just hacked forward. That's a better kick coming forward. Morningside are going to play back. It's a beautiful mark. Well taken there. Nicely marked from McGannon. He's going to shift it wide.
The boy from Fish Creek is McGannon. He's out to Ruben William. He's covered a bit of territory. We get on the end of that. Triffett just holds on to it on that outer side. Been a good young player for Morningside this year. Not sure where to go. Right on that outer wing. Just lobs it up. Looking for a target. And just doing well back there was Mills. Just held the ground and was in that drop zone. After 14 minutes, 1 point the difference. Little chipping ball finds Nelson, still in defensive 50.
Nelson looks up. They've shown a propensity to just chip it around if they have a spare play. He goes by hand this time. They're not sure what to do. They're mucking around with it a bit. This will be giving O'Brien palpitations in the coach's box. Nelson skips away, gets it longer out wide. It's a good kick too. Oh, and unable to take it there. Not a bad effort. That was Moncrief. He's a long way up, but he didn't get there in time, and the ball drifted out of bounds on the full, as it's done so often already in this first quarter. 14.5 minutes played.
So Pete Mollison will be the man that's charged with kicking the ball back in. Ruckman, not their forte generally, so he just lobs it back up, looking for the contest. Hamilman was the target, no surprise there, but the Waddell, he came with the big fist and just put it over the line nice and comfortably. How are you seeing it so far here, Matt?
Pretty even contest, probably what we expected. The breeze also making it a bit scrappy as we go up in the rut. No one wants to go near it. Comes out the back to William, gets it to Payne. Payne throws on the left boot. This is a bit of a chaos ball. It could work out for the Panthers. Little toe poke, but it goes straight to the Cats. Harrison Arnold, Johnny on the spot, and he'll look to come out the commentary box side. Goes by hand. Will he get it on the boot? He does now, and it's a long high ball. Cats have got good representation here. They just need to talk. Jumping underneath the ball, they're not able to take it. Handball back inside, that's not going to work. Mollison, clever, beautiful tap on William. They're out wide, Payne gives it out wide onto the wing. Boakey's going to hold him up, and he does so well.
So well done there. Did well, but Howard managed to get it further afield to Batoli Simmons. One of 3 hyphenated names in here. A little bit of stats work there. Plays on, kicks a low ball inside. Unable to take it with the Morningside forward line, but the ball just fed out, and getting the
Calenzo
was Nathan Calenzo, and kicks a major. That was a bad error from the Broadbeach defence there to just cough the ball up in such a way to the benefit of Calenzo and Morningside.
Just a bit of a panic handball. Don't know if he got a call or something, but you'll see it here on the replay. Up they go. The ball comes out, picked up there from the Broadbeach defender. No, it's just a panic handball. And Calenzo says, thanks very much. Bangs it on the left boot. Slots through the second of the afternoon for the Panthers. They move to 2-1-13. Broadbeach 1 straight goal 6. We played 16.5 minutes, Kanga.
the pressure of a grand final sometimes, isn't it? It's sometimes it's pressure and then there's perceived pressure. And on that occasion, I would have thought that he could have done a little bit better than just hit it forward and hope, as we see a big movement here of Matt Hamilman coming off the ground.
It's a bit groggy. His shoulder's a bit sore here.
See where he's at.
Might be blood rule, perhaps.
Yeah, so no harm done there. One wouldn't have thought. Mollison will be just right back on the ground. He was looking for a bit of a spell, but comes on to be the tall in the middle. So start again. Turner goes. Payne couldn't quite take it with him. Turner dispossessed. The kick came out from Dwyer to half forward. Boakey and Ruben William are both there. Just tapped back in the path of Ruben William. Well done there. But Boakey, he'll win the day. Come up on the left foot, flashy white boots. Does it well, gets it going forward. This is Gilmore. Good build up here. Moncrief over the back, but a good hand on it from the Morningside defence. Well done there by Kethrow. And Nutting, though, he'll come away. Little chipping ball
play.
does well.
Gee, I thought Kethrow had done enough there, Kanga. He spoiled it, then he got the back fist to get it out of the area, but Nutting did beautifully. And then he turned inboard and didn't blaze away and got it to Gore, who's kicked 17 this year. And this is the thing with the Broadbeach Cats. They've got such a spread of attacking weapons. And this is one of them right here. So as he comes in, Josh Gore throws it on the left boot. He's asking the breeze to do a bit. Oh, he liked it, but the goal umpire didn't. He's a bit perplexed there, Josh Gore. Did look all right from here, but it must have curled the wrong side of the post and then come back.
I think the angle is going to deceive us a little bit, so we're going to have to rely on the goal umpires a little bit this afternoon. Batoli Simmons goes very, very long and wide. Out there, Coleman went high, but Broadbeach with the numbers. They'll bring it back in. Ericsson, well, he didn't take it. He left it for his teammate there in Ethan Reeves. Right, dangerous kick. Unable to take it there was Kethrow. They might come away with it, although under pressure. Hands and knees, the Morningside defence just kicked off the ground. More in hope and hacked it out. Good tackle on that occasion by Nylan Rowe. We've had two of the three hyphens involved in that little bit of piece of play.
We'll see if we get the third one involved. Not sure where he is on the field at the moment.
Cameron Reeves.
Up they go. I tell you what, the number of times the ruckmen haven't even touched the ball, they're not reading this at all. They're more worried about each other. Not paid. Pendlebury just picks it up, steps through, kicks it out wide here. If he picks this up, downfield, there's been man down behind play. Bit of remonstration coming. He's holding his head too, so didn't see what happened, but Morningside win the footy. That's a beautiful kick down the line, not taken there, unfortunately. Handballing through. Is it going to be deliberate? I wouldn't have thought so. Waddell just got it out of the area. There was his teammate Armitage in the area, and the umpire says, okay, it was Pendlebury that's down. They're just checking him out behind play. I think he's okay though. Just a little bit of treatment.
Yeah, he's going to his opponent now. Dwyer did it well, but just emerging was Ericsson. Tackled fiercely, but still got the handball away. Turner, he's met solidly by Pendlebury. Just tries to barge his way through to Big Jed. A rookie search player many years ago, Jed Turner, former basketballer.
Yes, and
down on the Sunshine Coast up at Maroochydore.
He's taken the footy very nicely. Again, there they go, just blocking the space. Payne coming through. Hasn't got the footy now. He'll get the free kick. Bit unlucky there, the Cats player. Thought he had the ball, went through with the tackle, but it just spilled out of Payne's hands, and so Matty Payne will look up. He sees Boakey down the line. He didn't really want to go to him, so he goes wider. Well judged there. It's a good grab. He's going to turn and go quickly. No, he's just going to hold it up, Luke Edwards. Kicked 14 goals for the year, but he's probably a bit too far out with this swirling breeze. Hamilman comes now. Oh, he wasn't really looking for him. Good to see Hamilman back on the field. I think it was just a blood rule earlier. And so Luke Edwards going back as if he's going to have the shot. Will he just pop it up to the hot spot though? Let's have a look. No, he's had a launch at it. It's just going to stay skinny the whole way. And the boundary umpire says that's not even a score. So Josh Searle to bring the Cats out from deep in their defence.
Just rocking a little bit of the salt and pepper these days is Searle, the captain. 150 games. That's a nice kick. Finds Connor Nutting. Just traversed Leyshon Park here. Still at half back. Ball. Just finds Bailey Reeves. Reeves goes long. Up there was Dale. In fact, yes, it was Dale. Just doubted myself and shouldn't have done that. Cameron's in underneath there as well. The ball's going nowhere. as the man with the football is Orion Gilmore. Outer wing, 21 and a half minutes gone, 6 points in favour of the Panthers.
Both teams just got a spare behind the ball here at the moment, not wanting to concede too much damage. So we'll see which way it goes. They win it forward. Here is the spare. Pendlebury standing all on his own, gets a nice handball out and kicking it forward there. Is it going to drift out of bounds on the full? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, that was Cowlishaw. But that breeze is just tugging everything across to that side of the ground, and the Cats the beneficiary here. Chipping across to Arnold. Arnold looking up, not much breaking to this outer side. He's probably going to have to go back down the line, you would think, and that's what he does. Doesn't want it to get too close to the edge. He doesn't, keeps it inboard. Oh, beautiful mark on the far side there. Great hands. So the Panthers.
Yeah, Batoli Simmons, that one was. Captain of the Redland Football Club there for a number of years. Still a young player himself. The ball just sits up in the breeze. Hamilman had front spot there and almost spoiled by a teammate in Coleman. The Panthers, in fact, the Cats can come away. That's Mills with the long kick. Puts it out there, does well to Shears, the goal kicker. This little chipping ball finds Fisher. So Fisher, still 75 out from goal, sits the ball up. Cameron's the target. Over the back there was Nutting as well. Just hit out. Reeves just wrapped up quickly.
Gone.
And that's holding the ball. And well done there by the Panthers defence. As Batoli Simmons comes up with the ball, so he's been influential in his first quarter.
Great desperation there. Could have been a goal saver, that one. Chipping ball finds its target, and the Panthers will look to work it out. Again, safety first. They're not really keen to pull the trigger unless it's really on. He just slows things up for a moment, goes down the wing. Cats are here though, and taking a nice mark there will be Waddell. He's been busy as well. The back lines are seeing plenty of work. Comes through the middle here. This is Reeves. The Bailey variety, kicks it out wide. He looked like he had a good jump at it. Pendlebury smashed in a tackle as soon as he picked it up. And we'll have a ball up, but Gilmore, geez, he looked good presenting up at that footy, but it just faded away on him.
Yeah, that it did. And a little bit of that delivery into the forward line has probably just been lacking. And the breeze is tricky. Moncrief just punches it forward. Morningside is trying to get it out. Russ with a quick handball. The free kick will come.
It'll come back to the Panthers.
Come back, yes. We'll go to Mitch McGannon. Solid contributor off half back. So,
bit of a hold up here, isn't there? We'll just see how they set up. They'll try and get someone breaking free. You would imagine if they can get a short, they'll take it, and they do out wide. He should roll and go, and he does. Picking the ball up, there's Kethro. Kethro looks out to the wing, he's put it too wide. No, that's a mark, that one. Chipping ball again, they're moving it nicely here. That's a nice take from Russ. Russ looks up, there's no real pressure so far, no risk. Go short again, nicely done. They're doing this nicely, Triffett. Now, the Broadbeach Cats have really pushed back hard, so he might have to go in a bit longer and higher, and he does that. It's just sort of giving it the pitching wedge. Up they go. Oh, he nearly marked that there. Gets a left boot on it. It's going to work for him. He's got it again. He's got it again, Colenso. He was Johnny on the spot before when the Cats handballed it to him, and this time he's just in a good area, and we've seen that he knows where the big sticks are.
Well, his defender was just lagging off him just a little bit, wasn't he? Just sitting on that defensive side of him, and probably a little bit too far. Again, it was luck of fortune to some respect, but you've got to say that it was right space at the right time.
So coming in, Colenso. Right foot kick. He's kicked it pretty well, but he's just sat it out to the left as well, unfortunately. And that's a minor score. 25 and a half minutes played. It's 2 goals, 2-14 plays, 1-1-7 as the Cats bring it out wide. And quarter probably won't run for too long, you wouldn't think, Kanga, with only the 3 goals kicked.
That's right. Of course, shortened quarters anyway, and that's not going to help the cause of the Cats. Waddell just having his kick smothered by Hamilman.
It's little things, but it adds to the pressure. It builds the pressure, and Morningside will really look to lock it in here. Probably some players on the move. Let's see what happens at this stoppage.
So the ball back into play. Dwyer, but beaten by Turner on that occasion. Trying to bust through was Russ. Just gets his handball away. Waddell just bursts onto him. Bursts onto the ball, I should say. And he was close to the boundary line, so he's happy to just take the tackle and go over. So Ruckman will do it all again. Plenty of numbers around. Turner gets it down. Reeves just tries to extract it, or in fact it was Armitage that does that. The ball just put forward a little bit, and it doesn't go very far. The good defence of Morningside, keeping it inside their forward
Watch
50.
for Payne here. He was on the burst before, a bit unlucky not to win a free kick. Thought he was tackled without it. Play on, said the umpire. Ball just comes out. Hands are out already for deliberate. It's not going to matter. Quarter time. A 26.5-minute quarter there. Morningside 2-2-14. Broadbeach 1-1-7, and it's probably been everything we thought it was going to be, Kenga.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think we thought that home and away game probably wasn't a true reflection of how close these teams are sort of coming into this grand final, and I think what we've seen so far absolutely reflects that. So moving forward, I think it's going to be tough and tight in the small confines of the ground here at Yeronga. And I'll tell you what, we're set up for a wonderful game.
We are. It was a smaller field, this one, to the Broadbeach ground that they played on earlier on, and we said earlier on the breeze might play a bit of a factor here. Not so much to one end or the other, but just a bit tricky.
And goal kickers, as we head into some highlights, Colenso with one, Ruben William also with one, and Kai Shears for Broadbeach. He's got the major for the Cats.
But again, Boki, good matchup, that one, good tackle. Did he drop it? Umpire says no. Ball spills out. It's a frantic footy as you'd expect at the start of a grand final. Boki again, met heavily again. Tricky breeze coming from left to right. We'll have a look and see how much it does. Hamilman. Oh, I tell you what, made the umpire work and he has missed. He just allowed too much. Hayden Fife, he's had a terrific year, great young player. Fife looks up, you can see how many numbers are in this forward 50. He just decides to bang it long. It's a good kick to the teeth of the goals. Good grab. Yep.
Props and then kicks off the one step into side forward 50. Just runs on. Triffitt's there. He's bowled over to get it up. Ruben William with the first goal of the down at the right times. Got himself involved. Comes in. 45-degree angle out of side. It's not pretty, but it is, if that makes sense. Well, that bounce there, it was the breeze that actually held it inside the centre circle, and Turner actually gave up on it.
I think so. He didn't want to know about it, but they didn't bring it back. William, the goal kicker, dumped in a great Chadwick tackle.
Plays on, kicks a low ball inside. Unable to take it with the Morningside forward line, but the ball just fed out and getting the back, but a good hand on it from the Morningside defence. Well done there by Kethrow. And nutting though, he'll come away. Little chipping ball as well.
So he might have to go in a bit longer and higher, and he does that. It's just sort of giving it the pitching wedge. Up they go. Oh, he nearly marked that there. Gets a left boot on it. It's going to work for him. He's got it again. He's got it again, Colenso.
And as the Broadbeach players moving to their positions, we see Morningside still in their huddle at quarter time. They'd be happy with this first quarter, Morningside, because they lead 2-2-14 to Broadbeach 1-1-7. It was a frantic first quarter. It was quite frenetic in a lot of ways, a lot of pressure as you'd expect in this 2020 QAFL Grand Final here. We are playing at Yeronga, so it's a very interesting dynamic here. Small ground, different to what both sides are used to on their big decks that they have there. Mark Kennedy's my name. I'm joined by Matt Carroll here. How do you see the first quarter and where do you see this game going?
Well, I think it's still a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. We saw that both sides were a bit gun shy. They didn't want to pull the trigger, didn't really try anything too much through the middle. They were happy to chip it around, find that loose player, but if it ever did break, we saw that they were able to transition the footy quick, and that's where they looked their most dangerous. So I think we're in for a bit more of the same here, Kanga.
We're waiting to get this second quarter underway. Who will hold the Premiership Cup? Broadbeach, they are wanting to get it for the first time. Morningside have had plenty of experience, or this playing group would love it. Quick kick comes away, that time from low. Just gets it going forward for the Cats. Just Armitage just bustling through, trying to get it going his way. Payne was right there with him. Now the ball at forward 50, plenty of bodies flying around, and the umpire will ball it up.
Good desperation shown there from both sides. That quarter time injection, few things from Craig O'Brien and Clint Watts, no doubt. We'll see just who comes out the better, but an early goal here, vital either way, you would imagine.
So,
Mollison.
the ruckman. In fact, it'll go the way of Morningside. for a illegal block, so he goes to the outer side, has Payne running for him. Will it sit nicely for him? It does. Oh, I was going to say, does now, but he made it look hard work, the triple Grogan medalist. And the kick from his teammate only found Josh Searle just backward of centre on that outer side.
Searle does look to pull the trigger through the middle. It gets over the top to Morningside, and they've got a number out this side. It might sit up a little bit too much. It does. Ericsson comes through and spoils nicely. Wins the footy back. Can he get his hands on it a second time? Lays a good tackle not to get him high there. Just waited for the head to come past his hip and then wrap the arms around. Well done from Ericsson there. Couple of half-attacking chances not taken.
It was a dangerous kick in the middle, wasn't it? It had to be low and flat to Godfrey. Didn't quite find him.
Just sat up a little bit. Mollison comes through. One forward there. Nice kick to the hot spot. That came through from Armitage. Ball on the deck. The Panthers pick it up. He had to get a quick handball out. Didn't really have much going. Russ picks it up nicely, and they just say, get that out of here. And Coleman's going to run onto this one. Can he mark it? Oh, well judged. Beautiful mark. That's tricky.
Eyes on the ball was the key, wasn't it?
Ball comes back through the middle here. Colenso kicked a goal in the first quarter. Could have had two, just missed it, but he's been lively. He comes out wide. That's a good kick. Some nice blocks, but Arnold does well. That ball just floated back to him. And that might be Nelson. Just a little chipping right foot ball, but well read there. Nice take from McGannon.
McGannon did well. He's been good off half back, but he does have his hands full with Connor Nutting, just the same, who's been very lively. So McGannon goes long. It's going to go over the back. Well, no, it doesn't. Mollison, the big long arms of the ruckman get up, and that's always going to be dangerous when your ruckman's pushing forward to try and make a target.
Chance from here, you think, Kanga?
Look, I didn't wrap him up before when I said it's not the ruckman's forte, but it suggests he's going to give it a fair ride. Very deliberate in his approach. He's going to have to kick it all of 50 metres. Gives it everything he has. It's floating across the face. And 1 point is the result. So they advance the score only by a minor. And the lead now is 8 points.
So Searle surveys his options. He's got his outriders in the pockets. Doesn't really want to go there. Play on, says the umpire. He does just that and bangs it out wide to the defensive side. Nutting's there. Great mark. We mentioned he's been very lively in the first quarter. Thought about a handball to Boakey, but then decided to kick it. If that gets out the back, Pendlebury's in trouble, and he is in trouble. They're moving forward here. Moncrief, he puts it to the hot spot. The man slipped over, but he went back and found it. What a clever kick from Moncrief. And the Broadbeach Cat player, after he fell over Ryan Gilmore, went back to find the footy. Just wrong-footed the defender in McGannon, who thought it was going longer to the square. The Moncrief kick was good to the hot spot. And Gilmore with the chance to get Broadbeach's second on the board.
Yeah, good kick in the finish, but Gilmore certainly made it look hard, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gilmore puts it up high. Has he given it too much work? No, he likes it. The goal umpire likes it as well. Second goal on the board for the Broadbeach Cats. They move to 2-1-13. Morningside 2-3-15. We're 4 minutes played in the second quarter, and it's all pretty much square.
Well, the Morningside defender there in Pendlebury, I mean, he just had to keep the ball forward. It was a very good call by you, Matt. And, you know, there's percentage play, isn't it? And it just let Moncrief in, and Moncrief was good enough to have that little bit of time and space and put the ball into the right spot. As we said, Gilmore made it look hard, but it was the time and space of Moncrief that made the day and set it up for a good goal to bring this margin back to 2 points.
So the Cats, can they build some momentum now? Can they get a bit of scoreboard pressure happening? We go back into the middle. Turner and Mollison again to renew acquaintances. Beautiful bounce by the umpire. They'll get a crack at this one. Give that one to Mollison. Payne, as he so often does, bursting out of the middle onto the left boot. Out wide. Oh, he nearly gloved it in one hand. That's a beautiful bit of play there from the Panthers. Coming out of the goal square hard, not able to collect it. Boakey's got to be good. He left it behind. Panthers sweating on this football. The Cats, can they win it out? Gets a little handball out. Boakey gets it now. He tries to dance around. Handball over the top. Searle gets it. Now they're away. This is Fisher. Fisher looks for find a target. He does well. Turner, the ruckman, pushing wide onto the wing.
So Turner just goes long on that familiar left foot. Ball almost over the back again, but well done there by Dale, although overcooks his kick. Like I overcooked the language there. Ball out of bounds.
Seems to be
there was Tom Jeffrey.
Sorry, Kane. Seems to be drifting a bit further to the left. Those kicks have definitely got some extra distance on them at the moment, going over the top of players. So we'll see whether that continues to play out.
The ball back into play. Payne just bursting through, did well. William couldn't handle it. Chadwick tried to come through with it, couldn't do so. Well done there by Armitage, just gets it forward. Dale just pats it down. Here's the goal kicker in Gilmore, although this time he's just wrapped up right on forward 50. They just looked a little bit more dangerous these last couple of minutes, the Cats.
Yeah, starting to get their hands on the ball. Payne starting to win a few clearances, however, but yeah, the Cats are winning the territory battle early in this second quarter. Let's see if they can capitalise here. Turner just hits it forward. William, little handball out the back of the pack. Was that a legal handball? The umpire says yes. Ericsson, he's got a decent left foot. It comes out here to Gore again. Gore on the left boot. He's got another one. He's got another one. Josh Gore, that's his first for the afternoon. Sorry, he missed in the first quarter, but Joshy Gore just banged it on the left boot, and an excellent setup there from the Cats. They had numbers out the side of the stoppage, and as it came out, it went to Gore.
Well, I think you got him confused with Gilmore.
I did.
Sort of, it's easy to do on this occasion, but it was a good chain of handballs. Morningside couldn't quite handle the footy under the pressure, and the chain of handballs ends out with Gore, who just on the left foot, thought he might have just been trying to steer it too much, but got there in the finish and gives Broadbeach the lead for the first time this afternoon, some 6.5 minutes into the second quarter, and they're up by 4 points all of a sudden.
Yeah, the Cats have come out at quarter time looking good. A reminder, the Cats haven't won a grand final since 1996 and only ever won 2 in their history, so this is a huge day for the Cats.
And captain, I think that day was Brett Andrews, Doc, who was a coach last year as Morningside get it going their way. Triffett, little chipping ball inside, forward 50, running onto it was Hamilman. Has a bit of space, he can steady up, just puts it up to the top of the square, and that is a wonderful, courageous mark. And I think that might have been Bailey Reeves.
Had his legs taken out from underneath him, nothing in it. Boakey gets the ball now, runs away from Williams. Ball coming long, there it is, drifting over the top again, foot race on. Needed to go, gets a handball, they're in trouble here now. The Cats, they're going to attack hard here. This is Shears. Beautiful hit from Shears to Nutting. He turns, he's got players streaming to the goal square. Will he use them? In the pocket, he wants it. He's standing all on his own, he's not going to get it. He's backing himself in here, Connor Nutting.
Well, that's what good players do, don't they? They know when to handle the ball. I mean, Connor Nutting has lots of ability, there's no doubt about this. And I suppose at some stage you've got to back your ability. Now it's time to finish off.
Big kick, he's going from inside the square, he hasn't got enough on that, it's going to fall short. Oh, Mollison nearly took another mark. The Panthers trying to get out, throws it on the left boot, that could curl and curl around. Chadwick couldn't quite take the mark, he gets a foot on it. Brandon Chadwick with the goal. Something out of nothing there for the Cats. It was a chaos ball that was floating high. Chadwick had a good fly at it. The Morningside Panthers player was stuck underneath the footy, and Chadwick couldn't quite take the grab, but then socketed it off the ground.
Well, it was great work there, wasn't it, by Chadwick? See the ball come in from Moncrief here, and the talk should have been probably better to Darcy Cameron Reeves there, just to kill the ball and just concede it behind, and instead they've conceded a goal here. Crucial time here for the Panthers, now 10 points adrift, and we're talking about them having a lead less than 2 minutes ago.
That's right, 3 goals in the first 9 minutes for the Cats, and they're just starting to purr a little bit here. They're winning the ball in these stoppages, getting it going forward, and then as we've spoken about already, they're such a versatile attacking setup that there's threats everywhere, and we're starting to see them come out.
So Mollison and Turner been lively at ground level, the Cats. Chadwick lays a tackle, the goal kicker, Triffett in there. He's going nowhere though, and the ball will be thrown up right in the middle of Leyshon Park here. Then on Cairnsdale Street, Yeronga, where the Broadbeach Cats, they lead by 10 points. Payne is going nowhere as well, and they've done well. So a couple of players with the ball, there was Mellon and Payne, and they only got a total of about 6 or 7 metres.
Not far, and both teams holding their structure here. No one's rolled an extra up to the stoppage, so it's pretty much 6 on 6 ahead of the footy, whichever way you look. Going to ground hard there, we'll have another one. Tracked it another 5 to 10 metres, just drifted out to the far side a little bit, but this is grand final football here. No easy kicks, no easy handballs. Turner just lays it down. Can the Cats get it out? Oh, it just goes off the ground. Umpire said it wasn't a handball, it was a throw, and so Morningside. I think that's Mallon perhaps with the football. He'll look forward. He's just going to go, oh, it's a wobbler. But he's coming out hard. Hamilman doesn't get there. Searle stands underneath it, and he's going to win a free kick. Well done, Josh Searle.
It wasn't a good kick inside forward 50, was it? I mean, it was obvious that the target was Hamilman. It just didn't give him a chance. Josh Searle goes long, goes high, goes to the outer side, which is no surprise. That's a lovely mark there by Brad Lowe. They'll go to half forward. Moncrief is a target. Good set of mitts. Very good set of mitts. Just plays on quickly. The ball down deep. Dangerous for the Cats. Good spoil there. Trifford's there. Also Chadwick for the Cats. Nutting there as well. Just plenty of players around there, and I'll hold it up. Lovely mark on the outer side that just started to get it going there from Lowe, then to Moncrief.
Absolutely, and they got away with one there. Ericsson was streaming the goal square by himself. They just couldn't get it to him. Ball in dispute, forward pocket for the Cats. Morningside Panthers aren't going to let that one come out of there, and they're going to have to be on their mettle in this very dangerous period. The Cats really pressing hard at the moment in this second quarter. Ball goes up. Oh, he put it to the hot spot. Players coming through hard for the Cats. Well done by the Panthers defence. They run into each other though. Lucks of fortune, they still win the footy, they get it out. Goes over the top, and then the Panthers, can they win this footy? Well, he's gone to ground. Oh, he got a free kick.
There was Dwyer there, so he got the free kick. So half back, outer side. I don't think we're calling much on the commentary side of the ground. That's where the breeze is going. Up to the wing area, over the back. Coleman almost could have taken it in the finish. Just tries to find himself a little bit of space and does so. Just turns the ball around. Chadwick, though, couldn't quite get it up, but got it on the bounce and then was upended by Triffett. And the ball just goes out wide. It went out of bounds on the full anyway, but it was a mark regardless.
That was a crunching tackle from Triffett there. Affected the kick, and so grabbing here's Russ. Russ looked wide. The umpire did call play on. I didn't see him signal play on, and then I thought it may be 50 metres, but he's gone right, gone left, gone back around to the left again. Got to be good here, William. Oh, he does very well. Can he get it out? Oh, it's hit the Broadbeach knee there. That's gone nowhere. Play on. Danger here for Morningside. It's all systems go. Will they play that deliberate? No, too close to the line. I tell you what, they are under the pump, the Morningside defence at the moment.
Yeah, that's where Hayden Batoli Simmons just need a little bit more poise and get a little bit more purchase on the ball with that left foot. And we see the ball back into play. Dwyer, he won the football down and then laid the big tackle on Bailey Reeves and wins the free kick. So well done by the big ruckman. So giving Mollison a rest at the moment. I'm not sure where he's going to go. There's Lowe with a little piercing ball, just one arm up. The Cats, they can win it again. That was Fife, and that kick's not as good, but Batoli Simmons just doesn't quite handle it as well. And that is not a good effort because Ericsson just runs onto it and gives it the mighty heave ho! Four second quarter goals for the Broadbeach Cats, just extends that lead out to 16 points. And it was an error from the Morningside defence that has brought a lovely piece of work.
They got caught out there. You can see Cowlishaw was trying to get back onto the ground. They just affected an interchange, and unfortunately the ball came out to Ericsson, the man that they'd left unattended. And a man who's won a Grogan medal needs no further invitation than space in front of him and no pressure. And he went bang with a beautiful ball that bounced through. And the Cats are on fire in the second quarter. 5-1-31 plays 2-3-15, coming up to the 15-minute mark.
It was a telling kick, measured wonderfully by Blake Ericsson. And real warning signs here for the Panthers. That'll be recalled. His pain was absolutely streaming onto that one.
Oh, they're just going to reset it there. Just looking at Cowlishaw, he's playing a very close tag on Brad Lowe, almost giving him a cuddle everywhere he goes. They're on the back side of this stoppage for, attacking side for the Panthers, sorry.
So they'll reset again. Give that one to Turner. Payne, just like autopilot, just puts it in, down deep. And that was good work there. In the back half there, that was Nelson. The kick's a little bit dicey, unable to handle it on that occasion was Ethan Reeves. Boakey, he just emerges with the football, looking a little chipping ball over the top of bodies. Which way is it going to go? Gilmore, he's wrapped up. and he's going nowhere. So the Morningside defence just hold on, and that kick just up forward, just a little bit nondescript. Read well by the Cats defence, but just didn't quite have enough direction on it.
Important tackle there. Moncrief was streaming forward, desperate for that ball to come his way, but it didn't turn. It just whacks it on the left boot. Hot spot nutting, great spoil. Ball comes to ground, there's Cats everywhere. Chance here. Oh, beautiful smother again. Some desperation being shown from the Panthers, and it's telling. He tries to get that one up the field. Nutting tackled over the line. The umpire wants to ball that one up. And there's a bit of to and fro. Bit of push and shove on the outer side. How the umpire's pulled one out. They always like to, just to split it up, and it's going to go to the Panthers.
Yeah, a little bit willing, and I suppose grand finals is that agitation over and above a home and away game. Ball goes out wide. This might be over the back of players. Triffett does well. Morningside, they've got runners. On the end of it is Matt Payne. Where's it going to go? It's got to get over the back. Hamilman just measured nicely on that occasion by Payne. It just held up. The handball over the top to Coleman. And this is a good answer by the Panthers.
Emphatic.
So that's their first goal of the second quarter. A badly needed one. Brings the margin back to 10 points. And it was the run and carry of the Panthers on that occasion.
Surging that ball forward. We don't see it here in the replay. That's the end result there as Coleman just strolled into goal. But what you didn't see in that little highlight was that he started on the wing. He was there when it began, and then he just pushed forward hard. But it was Payne breaking free into space again, the triple Grogan medalist, trying to get his boys up and about. And when he looked up, he had Hamilman one-on-one, all alone in the forward 50. And a man of Payne's quality is always going to put it to the advantage side. Hamilman took the mark, probably within his rights to go back and have a shot, but saw Coleman streaming in and made a certainty of it with a nice handball.
Well, this is where around a stoppage, I think blocks and those sorts of things, just to free up players of the ilk of Payne so that they can push forward, is very, very important. We'll see how it goes again. Dwyer beaten by Turner. Here's Payne. He'll get it out there. Finds a bit of space to move. Now the handball over the top. Crozier had a little bit of work to do. Now can measure it, although his kick was smothered by Eriksson, who did well there. And unfortunately, it was just a little bit of casualness out on there. And the handball to Crozier and then the pick up from him.
Payne's getting very busy though, isn't he? He's starting to become a factor. Nearly gets his hands on that one again. Coming through hard. Fisher couldn't pick it up. Ball in dispute. And we might have another ball up here, and we will. But this is promising. This is positive here. And I tell you what, there's a bit going on behind play here. That's Hancock having a bit of a how do you do.
So Crozier is first to the ball, dumped, and they will win the free kick because he didn't quite pick it up, so he will be the beneficiary of this ball. He'll want to do a little bit more with it on this occasion. Just puts it into space. The cavalry come. Going up high there was Coleman. Godfrey was first there, but well tackled. He goes again.
Too high.
And it's a high. It was just the knee of the Broadbeach defender that met Godfrey. And he will win the free kick. It's going to be a tough kick from there.
Very tough kick from here. We'll see how he goes, but it was his desperation to keep it in. Just didn't accept that ball was going out of bounds. Wanted to see what could happen. And then as he picked that ball up, they were just a bit clumsy in their attempt. So Sam Godfrey from deep in that pocket.
He's going to kick it into the teeth of the breeze. So this is not an easy kick at all. And just puts it to the near side. In fact, too far to the near side to even score. So the ball will stay down deep in the Panthers forward line, but it will be Broadbeach who can take the free kick, and it'll be Aidan Fife, man, to lay the laces into it.
Goes long, and look at that ball drift on the breeze. Well read by Mollison, the only man that went for it. Moncrief comes late, but needed to be there earlier. And Mollison's playing a pretty handy game. He just bangs it in deep. Hamilman's there, good representation. Oh, they didn't pay it. They did pay it. I thought he had plenty of it. Oh, I tell you what, want to be a bit careful there. I think that's William. He's pushed him a few over, but I tell you, that is some grab, Kanga. That was a big pack.
I just didn't think he was in a position to mark that, given the fact that all the momentum of the Broadbeach defenders was pushing right into his body.
Curls it round the corner, and he likes it. He loves it. That's a goal. The QAFL's leading goal kicker kicks his 36th of the season, and Morningside are back in business. Broadbeach 5-1-31, played Morningside 4-3-27. We played 20 and a half minutes in this second quarter.
Well, it was a lovely conveyance of the football, wasn't it? Just measured it nicely. Found a bit of space, got off his mark and just screwed the ball around. And you can tell by the way the goal umpire approached it, that was always on target. So 4 points of difference now. Nearly 21 minutes gone in this second quarter. We thought Broadbeach had all the ascendancy, but sure enough, Morningside have come back. And really, this game is at a knife's edge.
It's on a knife's edge, and for mine, Matt Payne's been the man. He's really getting it going forward from the clearances. Mollison, Turner has to stand under that one. Mollison Payne was coming through hard again, but he couldn't quite get it. Oh, Pendlebury in the slips, couldn't quite take the grab. Follows up with a beautiful tackle though. Oh, that's nearly too high for mine. Play on, says the umpire. Ball just spilling around, fumbling around. Pendlebury gets his foot on it again, coming out wide. Ball to be won. Nicely collected there and wheeling around onto his left boot is Waddell, and a nice ball through the middle. Ericsson looks up, just a chipping ball out wide is very nice to Moncrief. What a beautiful kick. Just laid it into his path and Moncrief did the rest. Nutting leads out for him. He's going to go a bit longer than that, coming hard. Oh, nearly taking the mark, but unable to there. That was Clay Cameron. Payne gets his hand on it. Fierce handball to Pendlebury, but he does well to handle it. He tries to claim the mark. Play on, says the umpire. Handballs to a man who's immediately claimed, and the Panthers are out again. Trouble. He could just get it out. William, he should run with this footy. Going in deep. There's 3 Panthers out in front of all the Broadbeach players. Hamilman collects, doesn't handball, kicks it into his man. They've muffed this up a little bit. Oh, handball. He could get another one. He does. Hamilman kicks his second. Well, that was comedy capers for a while. You thought for certain that they'd blown a golden opportunity, and somehow they made it work for them.
Great work, Bill.
Well, I'm not sure how that actually came about in terms of getting a goal, because I thought when the ball got to here, this is where I thought Broadbeach could actually kill it, and probably just didn't lay enough body on the Morningside player, did Stephen Mills, to try and make sure that ball didn't come out. But you've got to be at the right place, right time, and Blake Coleman, he has done that a few times today. He has really sort of stepped up and sort of putting his stamp on the game, albeit round that outside, that he's covering a lot of territory.
Looks very sharp, and there's that surge footy again, and the Panthers are just running on top of the ground at the moment. Broadbeach are just labouring a bit. Coming out, oh, Payne was nearly away there for another clearance, but the umpire rightfully, I think, wants to call that one back, and so Turner and Mollison will go again.
The Morningside, they were 16 points down there halfway through the quarter. Now they're 2 points up.
Turner wins the tap. Payne again though, kicking it out wide. He wants him to run onto it. It's going to come hard here, Crozier. Oh, Edwards does well. The man who I think wanted the handball before from his big full forward Hamilman and didn't get it, nearly got in the way. Good set of hands here though. He needs another runner, doesn't have one, does now. Works it nicely, needs to get it on the boot. He does, kicks it to the hot spot. Up they'll go, Colenso couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground, hacked off the ground. Hamilman beaten to it there, nice handball back. Boki needs to find a body here just to settle it down a bit, and he does well. Nice click, keeps it in there. Hancock.
Gee, they're under pressure there, Broadbeach, weren't they? So just trying to settle the ball down, just going to lob it up, looking for a big target, just to try and get it there. Well done there by the Morningside defenders, and that is a throw, so good work there. And that is Crozier who does it well. So good defensive play from their midfielders and half forwards, just keeping the ball alive. Lob it up. He's done it a couple of times from that position in this quarter. Right down deep, Boki, and coming through is Reuben Williams, gets a boot on it. It's a goal. Goals in very, very quick succession to Morningside. 4 of them, if you don't mind. And all of a sudden, 8-point lead in favour of the Panthers. It has been a seesawing contest, albeit all in this second quarter.
Unbelievable. The Panthers, the tide has turned on the back of some Matt Payne brilliance. And this ball, this is really just the catch that, boys, if you can. Somehow they allowed it to get over the back, and William was in the right spot. And if he didn't kick it through, Coleman was there to soccer it through again. They're kicking it from the goal square at the moment. Unbelievable. The Cats need to stop this surge from the Panthers if they can. 8 points behind the Cats are at the moment, and they just can't get it forward to centre at the moment.
Trying, it's the work of the midfield that has really sort of started to take over here, and I know Payne has been very important here, but again, it's the blocking that goes on around him And Payne not in the contest, so we'll see what the in the centre circle. So we'll see what the Panthers can do without him on this occasion, or albeit the Cats getting it the other way. This is going nowhere for the moment. So we'll have another ball up. It's been a good surge from the Panthers. Mollison from the back just got it the better of Turner, and the ball at ground level yet again. So let's be looking to tie it up and bring the equilibrium back in that centre square.
Brought some players up, the Cats. There's only 2 in there attacking 50. They want some more numbers around the contest to avoid that surge coming through. Umpires picked one out here. It's going to the Panthers. Just going to have a look who. Russ is going to get the ball, and they're going to go forward again. So far, it's just been hit it high and long and let Hamilman have a jump at it and get people at his feet, but he's going to go wider out here. It's a nice kick. Should be taken, and it is. Nyland Rowe. He looks up. Plenty of numbers in this forward 50 for the Panthers. Goes by hand. McGannon's going to send it in. No, goes shorter to William. That's good quality use of the ball. Russ is on for a short pass. If he's still standing in space, he's not really looking for the footy anymore. Now it might go in long and high and give the jumpers a flight at. Well, he's just gone a bit more controlled. Hamilman's in the pocket. Couldn't quite take the mark. It's come out Coleman. Oh, he got into his move before he took the footy. Searle picks it up, just going to kick it straight to William. Will he go quickly? No, yes, he does. Wheels onto the left boot. That's a good kick. And Colenso's got it. So Colenso looks in. There's Cats. They're pretty well set up behind the ball. He might have to go longer and higher. No, they're just going to control it a bit. Nice kick out wide. And unless they find a short here, he might have a shot, Nyland Rowe. The wind's sort of coming from over his shoulder here. He'd have to go a bit left to right.
Now, I'm not sure he's got the leg here, but he's certainly shaping up that he believes he does. So, as you said, aided by a little bit of the breeze, that's going to give him that little bit of extra distance. Might make a fool out of me.
We're about to find out. Nyland Rowe. Oh, he's given it too much work to do. It is coming. It is coming. Look at that ball go. Oh, tell you what, it got back for a chest mark to a man in the goal square. Craig O'Brien's breathing a sigh of relief that it was a cat and not a panther. And that'll do us. Oh, very fortunately so, because William was nearly lining up after the siren for a shot at goal. But what a surge from the Panthers. They go in at half-time, 6-3-39, 8 points in front of Broadbeach, 5-1-31.
Well, at one stage during that second quarter, we saw the Cats really pile on the goals. They piled on 4 second quarter goals to go from a deficit at quarter time up to 16 points halfway through that second quarter. And then it was the Panthers who just absolutely took control through the middle of the ground and just surged the ball forward and kicked 4 goals to lead at half time by 8 points. It has been a seesawing contest. It's been an epic battle so far. It is going to be an arm wrestle in the second half. Just goal kickers for the leading Morningside Panthers, at least on the scoreboard at the moment. It is 2 goals to Ruben William, 2 to Blake Coleman, and singles to Matt Hamilman and also Nathan Colenso. And for the Broadbeach Cats, it's singles all around. It is to Brandon Chadwick, Blake Erickson, I should say, Kai Shears, Josh Gore, and Ryan Gilmore. We'll see some highlights, and we'll be back with you for the second half. With Connor Nutting, just the same, who's been very lively. So McGannon goes long. It's going to go over the back. Oh, no, it doesn't. Mollison, the big long arm to the ruckman.
Ball to Boakey, but then decided to kick it. If that gets out the back, Pendlebury's in trouble, and he is in trouble. They're moving forward here. Moncrief, he puts it to the hot spot. The man slipped over, but he went back and found it. What a
good kick in the finish, but Gilmore certainly made it look hard, didn't he? Yeah.
Gilmore puts it up high. Has he given it too much work? No, he likes it.
Well, Ruben William couldn't handle it. Chadwick tried to come through with it, couldn't do so. Well done there by Armitage, just gets it forward. Dale just pats it down. Here's the goal kicker in Gilmore, although this time he just ran.
Turner just hits it forward. William, little handball out the back of the pack. Was that a legal handball? The umpire says yes. Erickson, he's got a decent left foot. It comes out here to Gore again. Gore on the left boot. He's got another one. He's got another one.
Ball inside, forward 50, running onto it was Hamilman. Has a bit of space, he can steady up, just puts it up to the top of the square, and that is a wonderful...
from Williams. Ball coming long. There it is, drifting over the top again. Foot race on. Needed to go. Gets a handball. They're in trouble here now. The Cats, they're going to attack hard here. This is Shears. Beautiful hit from Shears to Nutting. He nearly took another mark. The Panthers trying to get out. Throws it on the left boot. That could curl and curl around. Chadwick couldn't quite take the mark. He gets a foot on it. Brandon Chadwick with the goal. Something out of...
On the ball with that left foot. And we see the ball back into play. Dwyer, he won the football down and then laid the big tackle on Bailey Reeves and wins the... Just doesn't quite handle it as well. And that is not a good effort because Ericsson just runs onto it and gives it the mighty heave-ho! This might be over the back of players. Triffett does well. Morningside, they've got runners. On the end of it is Matt Payne. Where's it going to go? It's got to get over the back. Hamilman just measured. Hamilman just measured nicely on that occasion by Payne. It just held up. The handball over the top to Coleman. And this is a good answer by the Panthers.
Emphatic. He's well read by Mollison. The only man that went for it. Moncrief comes late but needed to be there earlier. And Mollison's playing a pretty handy game. He just bangs it in deep. Hamilman's there. Good representation. Oh, they didn't pay it.
Mark that, given the fact that all the momentum of the Broadbeach defenders was pushing right into his body.
Curls it round the corner, and he likes it. He loves it. Of all the Broadbeach players, Hamilman collects, doesn't handball, kicks it into his man. They've muffed this up a little bit. Oh, handball, he could get another one. He does. Hamilman kicks his second.
Ball down, just they're going to lob it up, looking for a big target. Just to try and get it there. Well done there by the Morningside defenders, and that is a throw, so good work there. Lob it up. He's done it a couple of times from that position in this quarter. Right down deep, Vokey, and coming through is Reuben Williams, gets a boot on it! It's a goal! And as the two sides make their way back out to their positions, the second half is about to unfold. It is Morningside versus Broadbeach. Here we are at Yeronga for the 2020 QAFL Grand Final. 8 points is the margin. It was 4 goals to Broadbeach in the second quarter to get them out to a 16-point lead, and then 4 goals to Morningside before the halftime siren sounded to have them 8 points in front. It is going to be an enthralling second half of football, so make sure you stay with us, and thanks for joining us on the live stream here of this 2020 QAFL Grand Final. Mark Kanga-Kennedy is my name, and I'm joined by Matt Carroll. Matt, it is set up for something special, one feels.
Absolutely it is. The unbeaten Broadbeach Cats in season 2020, a season where we didn't know if we were going to have any football, has led to this with an undefeated Broadbeach team taking on Morningside. The only team that when they clashed, it's the only time that Morningside lost. So they've only lost the one for the year. And it's all set up, as you say, 8 points the margin. It's all to play for. The premiership quarter coming up. Kanga-Kennedy to take us with the opening bounce.
Oh, just jogging on the spot, limbering up those arms, and beautiful bounce to get us going. Mollison got it down, but it didn't go far. And coming away with it, or Godfrey. And just there's a good tackle there by Ethan Reeves, and we'll go nowhere. We had a number of secondary, tertiary stoppages around the contest, so we'll see how this unfolds, see if it gets a bit of clear air. Russ couldn't handle it on the first occasion. Little handball goes nowhere. Plenty of players around the body. Here's Reeves again, just kicks it out. Inside forward 50, and that's a free kick going Broadbeach's way for mine.
He's hurt him too, I think. He's almost tackled him without the ball there. I think that was...
And he has not moved.
Nylan Rose, he knocked himself out on the ground. Oh no, he's moving.
He's got a little bit of space here, but I think it was the clash of the bodies coming the other way that have inflicting the damage.
Yeah, he's holding his head, isn't he? Very firm deck here at Leishon Park.
And that is Ryan Gilmore, the rookie search lad. He's copped a very heavy contact, and rightly so. The trainers are right there with him. He did win the free kick, but certainly copped something coming the other way for his troubles.
That'll be a bit of a loss for Broadbeach because he doesn't look very well. It'll take a while to get him back going, if he gets back going at all, but Gilmore, he's been important to them this year. He's kicked a goal this afternoon, and as that ball came in, I think it might have been Nylan Rowe in just his desperation to try to spoil. He's almost tackled him into the deck, and he's obviously hit that turf very firmly. And so just after half time, we get quite a lengthy stoppage here where the teams are coming back together. They're just going to have a little bit of a chat as the Broadbeach trainers there, led by Lyle Ferguson, just going through their checks and making sure that everything's okay. We hope that he's not too bad, and he potentially could, even as he starts to get up, potentially could get himself back on the ground. He looks very groggy though, doesn't he, Kenga?
You'd suggest that he's done for the day based on that. So it's good to see him on his feet, and you know, sort of he'll walk assisted to the bench. But you'd suggest it'll be very difficult to see him taking any further part in the game. And player closest to the ball was Clay Cameron, or the Broadbeach player closest to the ball was Clay Cameron. So I think they should just about wait for him to come off the ground, but no. So Clay Cameron will be. It's a chance to put the Cats back within 2 points. He kicks it from right on 50. Gives it everything, and it hits the left-hand post.
He went up very early there, Clay Cameron, and that ball was just always going to keep drifting across to that left-hand goal post. So Nylan Rowe with the ball. Early warning shot from Broadbeach there, unable to capitalise. And so Nylan Rowe looking to bring it out. He's just going to come down the line. Big pack developing here. Williams at the front. He's not going to get a fly. Good grab at the back. Nicely taken from Luke Edwards. Judged it the best. And he goes down the line as well. Coleman. Oh, what a grab that is from Coleman. Looking up, nobody forward of the ball here, so he just has to stop and prop. It's done well, and tell you what, stop and prop and find the leading QAFL goal kicker in space. That will not please Craig O'Brien.
Well, it was Hamilton coming back with the play, all the players going back towards the forward line, and it was just too easy, wasn't it? It was just a lack of accountability, knowing that they had no players deep forward, Morningside, and that you just can't leave a guy of the ilk of Matt Hamilton free to be able to take a set shot at goal.
Distance shouldn't bother him here. We saw Ericsson kick one from about here. Admittedly, he was on the fly, but Hamilton's definitely got the leg if he strikes it sweetly. Comes in, lets it fly from about 53. It's a beautiful kick of the ball. It holds up, but it's over the fence for a goal. And he loves it. He turns to the bench and says, "Let's go, boys." That's his 37th for season 2020. And what a luxury to have a guy that can go back from 52 on a blustery day and just say, "Don't worry, boys, I'll just slot this one through."
Yeah, that's right. It is absolute luxury to have a player of Matthew Hamilton's wonderful skill. And we see it's not a big run-up, is it? He just very straight at his target and then just lets it rip straight through. That is a textbook kick at goal.
Pure strike of the ball, that one. Didn't overkick it. That's a man that trusts his action, and rightfully so. So Mollison and Turner to go up in the ruck.
So 13 points the margin. We've played nearly 5 minutes of this third quarter, albeit we've had a fair stoppage for a little bit of an injury there. So we go again. Mollison gets it down. That is Reeves. It gets it back to Turner. Just big, long, high ball. The fist comes from the Morningside defence. Batoli Simmons. He'll win the free kick for a push in the back. Nutting, a little bit over anxious with that. The kick just made it over the top. They'll run onto it. Pendlebury just tries to go back inboard and has the safety of the boundary line right there. So Broadbeach have an opportunity. Forward to centre, out of side, half forward. What can they do? 13 points adrift.
So Turner will look to give first use, wins the tap. No one really running onto that ball though, and we may get another stoppage here as they go stacks on the mill, and the umpire comes in and he'll ball it up again. Relatively even numbers forward of the ball here, so there's a bit of space in both forward lines. If the Cats can get it forward quickly, they're a chance to score. Turner taps it down with the right hand, but it is Crozier by the look of it coming away, and just seeing it out there is Cole, nearly pushed into the fence there. He'll just go back and have a little chat, which he will. Nothing too much in all. They still continue a bit of a chat there. Didn't like the treatment after the ball was well over the boundary line, but nothing much in it, and a boundary throw in the result.
So ball back in, Turner front spot, goes again. Trademark of his ruck work is his second and third efforts low. Gets it out there, kick smothered. That was Ericsson's kick. And then the ball just dribbles harmlessly over the boundary line. We'll do it all again. I was thinking about that Nelson and Coleman matchup, and fair to say Nelson would be a bit nervous because Coleman was very lively around the contest, particularly when he got to the outside. Ball back into play. Ruckman just tangle on up. Payne just shuffles it out, couldn't get any purchase on it. Fisher, handball, a little bit indiscriminate, goes out towards the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in almost where it came from yet again. Max Lower just in the play there.
Yeah, Brad Lowe there. He's got a Cowlishaw following him absolutely everywhere, and that was a chance there. It was a good tap down, and he just didn't take it with him. He was a bit annoyed with himself, and then got annoyed at Cowlishaw, his tagger. So we'll watch that with interest. Mollison wins it down with the right hand. Russ, beautiful handball out, and they go forward again. Morningside. Hamilman's there. Coleman gets over the back. Ball comes through here. It's not a bad kick. Bokey, can he pick it up? He can't. Coming through hard there. Spinning him around with the bum. That's too high. The umpire sees it that way. He's down, Bokey. Oh, he picks it up. Oh, the umpire doesn't like. He wants him to go back behind his mark. A little bit lucky, and Williams going to take the kick. Bokey's up and moving. Handball. Launching. Little pitching wedge, 9-iron. Arnold got rid of his opponent. That was Godfrey that had that shot, but didn't really get enough on it.
So they're keen to bring it back in pretty quickly. They'll share the ball. Arnold has a bit of room to move, just bouncing down the corridor, over the top. Did I have the man on here? Well done, good chain of handballs. Ends up with Turner, goes long, over the top. It could be coast to coast. And it is Josh Gore with the football. A good bit of play with a bit of urgency out of the back half when they saw they had numbers to be able to move it down.
First time they've really had some space to move, and Harrison Arnold said yes please, and he took off. Very athletic player, and as it worked its way forward, it was the ruckman Big Jed Turner kicking it into Gore.
Gore, he kicked one in the second quarter, and he has missed.
Costly.
That is a bad miss too in the context of this game.
It's his second behind. He's kicked 1 goal, 2 for the afternoon. He has kicked 18 for the season, so he's a goal kicker, but he just gave the Breeze too much work to do there, unfortunately.
So they'll bring it in. McGannon goes out wide. That's not a great kick. Ericsson gave him a chance, but the ball at ground level now. Lower, puts the tackle on and holds the ball up. Eddie Mellon is the man that gets up. Mollison just tries to belt it over the back, but Cats have their kick smothered as they try to put it back inside forward 50. Armitage just tries to bustle his way over the top of Eddie Mellon. The ball at ground level, a bit of a ruck and maul almost going on. The ball funneled out. Triffett, quick kick to Collishaw. And the ball back inside forward 50. Moncrief couldn't handle it. He goes again, second effort. The ball comes out. High ball. Ground level. Dale, he just tried to hit it out. Cameron, he's wrapped up quickly. In fact, it wasn't Cameron. And now Batoli Simmons, he tried to kick it. Had his kick smothered by Nutting. And it is high stakes and high pressure around that contest.
Desperation there. Well played by the Morningside defence. They held up, they did enough. But Broadbeach would love to kick another goal here. Tapped out wide. Ball comes to Morningside. He's tackled. Did he get a legal possession? The umpire says play on, and we're going to have another stoppage here. That was Mellon coming through. Perhaps a little bit lucky to get away with it. Huge numbers down in this forward pocket for the Cats. Ball up high, comes out wide here. Stepping through, needs to get rid of it, does now. Ericsson gets it and is immediately set upon by Mellon and one other Panther defender. And it's all hands on deck at the moment for the Panthers.
Well, they need to be, because they do hold a 13-point lead. It's something they'll want to protect, and of course the Cats, they'll want to strike back here. Ball at ground level, body's just getting in. That is Reeves, or in fact I don't think it's Reeves, Armitage, right to the line. It's fed out, Payne, not sure where to go, 360. And he's happy to, and the Panthers' defence is happy to concede.
Thought they'd concede a little. Thought they'd concede a little bit earlier. They had hearts in mouths there for a minute. Got to fly here, Searle. Does so. Takes the mark. Well done. Now numbers coming at him. Nutting's on a decent lead. He goes longer than that into a pocket. That's a beautiful kick, and he's got it in the pocket. We've seen that you can kick goals from here, but it's not easy. I think this is Hancock, is it? That's drifted forward. So a bit of a move by O'Brien perhaps. Ben Hancock in the forward line. Payne's on the mark. He's tucked right up against the boundary line here, only a few metres in by the time he lets fly. And we've seen it's drifting right to left, but from here, perhaps not as much as you'd think.
Hey, Billy.
So deliberate approach. Hancock, can he make the most of this opportunity? Kicks it flat and hard, but it's always drifting to the left. And it goes through for a minor score. The Cats starting to rack up the behinds. They're 5-5-35. Morningside 7-4-46. We've played 12 minutes in the third quarter.
Well, we've seen this game being played in bursts by both sides, haven't we? And right now, Broadbeach look like they've got a bit of the ascendancy. But we know, not sure how long this will go for, because Morningside, they've had their moments as well. Chadwick gets it back inside. Dale, long handball. Mallon and Turner, former teammates at Southport. Triffett lays a big tackle.
Great tackle. Oh, too high.
In fact, it wasn't a great tackle. It was too high. And it's Nelson that gets up with the ball.
Well, he's played
Asked
on.
to play on.
Gee.
And then just pushed over the boundary line. So that's probably... And again, we just talk about little things. And he didn't concede the ball, but he didn't exactly put it to the benefit of his team.
No, he's just having a chat to the umpire there. I don't think he realised that he'd played on, and then he was totally out of space. So boundary throw in the result. Turner and Mollison, that's a 0-0 draw. They go again. Ball comes down, picking up nicely and bursting through. That was Crozier, was it? And coming in, might have been Brad Dale, actually.
No, Molo.
You just see the spread from the contest when they know they win the ball. Morningside. And they had a couple of players, if they found them, they were really away again. That's where they'll back themselves if they know they can get it around the contest. Turner, he wins the contest. Quick kick there from Crozier. And Mellon was running onto it. And he had space, but the ball beat him over the boundary line. Searle was in hot pursuit.
So they all track down to the half-forward flank for the Panthers here. Mollison and Turner again go up. Ball just comes to the front. Mollison again. Payne's on the burst. He could kick it from here. He's had a fair crack at it. It's drifting back. Hamilman. Oh, he couldn't take the grab. And it goes through for a minor score. 47 plays 35 now.
We just saw the block around that stoppage that allowed Payne to just push forward. And it looks like he's on his own, but it's the great work of his teammates that is actually letting him go. Broadbeach, back pocket here. Just go down. They've got the numbers here. In fact, they don't, because of Batoli Simmons. It seemed like three Cats were standing around with nobody sure they were going to go at the ball.
Good mark.
Triffett does well. Just put his arms up where others didn't want to, almost. We saw Hamilman kick it from here, but he just lays it up. And just the defensive mark there by Fife, and they can relieve and they go out wide.
That was important. He's got Chadwick running for him, just a little bit slow to get back off the mark. He's going to go by hand, and he does so now. Although the frontal pressure's coming, they're looking to shut it down. They're going to have to come back this way, and they do. Back to Fife, who started it earlier.
It's a good win for Morningside there, just to stop the run.
Oh, Hamilman! Hamilman picks it up. Will he go on the left boot? He's trying to get back on the right. I thought he was gone. He gets a handball. Howard tracking the footy, lays a good tackle. And it goes down. Hamilman a bit slow to get up. And a very important tackle from Harrison Arnold there, who was the target, but the ball never got there, and they dodged a little bit of a bullet there, the Cats.
Didn't they what? It was dangerous, dangerous play. Triffett, well tackled there by Armitage. Ball almost comes out. Russ was there waiting. Goes nowhere, so 25 metres out, directly in front of goal. Morningside attacking, Turner gets it down. Morningside first back there, Brad Howard, the former St Kilda listed player, just gives a handball back inside. Triffett couldn't take it with him. Armitage did well. They'll just try and feed the ball out here. Nelson just slips away from a tackle, gets a quick kick down right in front of us here in the commentary position. Moncrief just outpointed on that occasion, but he was held, so he will win the free kick. Crucial win in the contest.
Yeah, he's a big target, and the defender was just desperate for him not to take that mark and just infringed. The coaches take the opportunity to ring the changes off the bench on this near side and say Moncrief a long way from goal. Looks up. We can see plenty of Morningside jumpers in front of him, and they're going to take this grab. That's a great mark. Beautifully taken there from Darcy Cameron Reeves. They had good numbers there, the Panthers. And so he'll look up. He's thinking about a short, but he'll just go longer now and let him have a fly at it in front of us. Up they go. Nearly takes a mark. Payne, beautifully crumbed, didn't even hit the deck. Goes on the left boot. Hamilman here. Hamilman, oh, hit him in the head. Falcon play on, says the umpire, gives a handball out. Nelson made it look good. Boki standing there riding shotgun with him. That's not a bad kick, although he didn't take the mark. Umpire pays free kick. Front on contact from behind, but that's all right, fair enough, I reckon.
Yeah, touch and go for mine personally, but umpires, they rule the roost. Fife through the middle of the ground. On there by Clay Cameron, and a free kick. Just hitting the ball hard at ground level and getting up. In Chadwick it is. So well done at ground level. So Broadbeach inside forward 50, just sits up high. Almost bringing it down there was the big boy in Dwyer, just reefed to the ground. And the ball will be hurled back into the atmosphere by the umpire.
Oh, beautiful tap out there. Oh, man coming off the bench. He didn't see him fast enough, and unfortunately he's coughed it up and turned it over. And a nice relieving mark taken there. He thought about switching it up, Mills. He does now. Goes wide over to the outer side. This is Fife. Fife looks up. He's shown that left foot can hit a penetrating target if he wants to. He's just going to come back. It's not bad. He's going to take the mark. Oh, no, but he's got plenty of time. Searle's on the burst. It's got to hit him on the chest. He's under pressure. Goes over his head. Ball picked up by Fisher. Can he get it out to Searle? Searle finds the footy now. Does well. Follows up and gets numbers. Needs it to stay in. It doesn't. It goes out of bounds on the full, unfortunately. And it's going to be Brad Dale to bring it back in.
He had a little bit of time there in the finish, Searle, didn't he? Just need to do a little bit better with it. But again, there's pressure. So Dale brings it down, looking for the big tall target in Mollison. Got his hands to it. Coleman just hits it over the top, more in hope than anything else. Nelson under pressure. He just wheels it back to Waddell.
Oh,
and
grab.
That's Cameron, well done. Good strength. Gets it off. Reeves. Armitage. They're just looking for a path through here. They'll find it now. Chadwick's got a little bit of room to move. Can he straighten up? He does now. The kick's on its way. It's right to the line. And it is a goal. And that'll go the way of Josh Gore, right in the goal square. So the Cats hit back. Their first goal of the third quarter brings it back to one straight kick, and we've played nearly 19 minutes of this third quarter.
Nice linking passage of play there, and the curling ball from Chadwick almost looked like it would have gone through, but beautifully judged there, and kicking the goal nicely was Josh Gore. As you said, he's second of the afternoon. He's kicked 2 goals too. He's been a constant threat, and the Cats are starting to get a little bit of momentum back. It's only a goal the difference now. Morningside haven't seen much of the ball in the last 5 or so minutes. And Craig O'Brien will be happy with the way his charges are going at the moment, as this ball's taking a little bit of time to get back from over the fence, and so we get a little bit of a breather.
One straight kick. A nice edge, so players just sucking in the big ones, you'd suggest, because we're in for about a quarter and 10 minutes, if you like, of extraordinary football here. Who's going to win the Premiership Cup at the end of the day, this 2020 QAFL Grand Final? Mollison went high. Russ just taken almost high for mine, but play on's the call. The man with a hyphenated name, Darcy Cameron Reeves, he gets it there. Waddell just doesn't get enough purchase on that kick coming from defence. And Russ gets it out. Ruben William, a little bit of room to move. Waddell was there, but Ruben William does it well. Godfrey just kicks a little worm burner. Triffitt's there, gets involved, just tries to bring it to ground. Coleman, just off the side of the boot, just tries to bring it back. Couldn't do so. A point to the Panthers makes it 7 in total in their favour. 20 and a half gone, third quarter.
Bit of territory for the first time. Man snuck on off the bench here, and he's going to fly for this ball. This is going to be Reeves. He can't quite take the mark. Some courage shown there coming in from Batoli Simmons, I think it was. And they just have a little bit of a chat with Nutting. And the players all start to shuffle back to their positions. So, Mollison and Turner, it's been a great battle all afternoon, and Ruben Williams just sweating off the side of this pack all by himself. He comes to the front now. Will he get it? He comes to, oh, he just missed it. Coleman comes through. If William doesn't get you, Coleman will. Ball comes through for Chadwick. Arms are out looking for a free kick. Tapped out there nicely, unable to get the kick on it. Russ goes low, needs to get it out. He's dived on that footy. He could be in trouble here. Umpire's circling. Umpire doesn't like it. Umpire says holding the ball. So Russ, in his endeavour to win the footy, just couldn't quite release it, and Broadbeach get the free kick. And going back to take it, Shears.
You wouldn't mind that as a coach, would you? Because he wasn't letting it over the back. And the ball there, let's get over the back of players, but no harm, no foul. Not on there by Kethrow. Just happy to take it off. So we do have a blood rule here. Looks like Lockie Nyland Rowe. Now, just some of it disguised by that horrible moustache he's sporting, the COVID moustache. Ball back into play. Mollison just brings it down. Payne's there, just to have plenty of pressure around him. Turner, quick little kick forward, dangerous. Nutting just pushed his opponent off the ball, gives the free kick away. Well done there by Darcy Cameron-Reeves again.
Yeah, Nutting knew he was out of position, just desperately tried to do something and hopefully not get pinged for it. Nice little dummy there to get around the would-be smother and kicking out wide. They've got numbers here. Boki needs to be good and he does well. Umpire didn't pay the free kick there. Some suggestion it could have been front-on contact, but he did all right, Boki, and forced a boundary line throw-in.
Yeah, I think they were unlucky there, personally. Unlucky. But anyway, as we said, umpire's closer than us. We play the whistle. Turner, he got the better of that one. That probably wasn't his best effort. Fisher just coughed it up and Morningside can go forward now. Searles there, under pressure, near the boundary line.
Gone.
And holding the ball is the call. It's Colenso, the tackler, did it well. Ball inside forward 50, falls into the Cats' hands and they're away.
They are away down the middle of Leyshon Park. It's a high ball. It's going to be tricky to mark. Good spoil coming there. Oh, tackled immediately. The ball spills. They got good numbers though. Good tackle again. This is good from the Cats. Chance here. Morningside defenders at Pendlebury down there. Oh, he's dragged that in. Oh, the umpire says in the back. It's a little bit lucky there. And when that ball went into that Panthers forward line earlier on, you could hear the coach's box. They wanted it deep to Hamilton and it didn't go deep, but now they're away on the outer side through Howard.
He goes along. Well done. Mellon was there, right, with Boki, and just couldn't quite handle it. Eddie Mellon there. A real enigma. Eddie Mellon. It's a Rubik's Cube wrapped in a 3D puzzle. You never know what you're going to get with Eddie Mellon.
That's quite the description.
Yeah, that is. They just bustled the ball forward. It was Reeves, Ethan Reeves.
Yeah, just do that.
Batali Simmons just pressured off it. Pendlebury well tackled by Shears, who did well. He applied the pressure on Batali Simmons and then followed up with the tackle. Coach Craig O'Brien be very happy with that little bit of play just to tie the ball up, give themselves a chance to really push it forward.
Great pressure, and they have been surging this ball forward. Free kick picked out somewhere. It's going to go to the Panthers. Payne. They're just desperate not for him to have a free run through the stoppage there and gave away the free kick. The umpire out of zone paid it. He just chips it inboard here to Batali Simmons. A little bit of go slow from the Panthers as he looks at the outer side. This could hold up in the breeze, and I think it will. Chance here for Moncrief. Went back and found the footy well. Got the fist in, and now can they get it? Oh, ripped off the ball by Ericsson. Holding the man, says the umpire. Very interesting decision, that one. As the ball holds up here, Searle's going to come. He was infringed, and he's going to win a free kick, Searle. Searle's going to win a free kick there. Just overdid it, trying to protect his teammate, and the Cats can clear. They go by hand, and Moncrief well up the ground again, but he's starting to get his hands on the ball. Nutting's got a good fly at this one. Oh! Nutting nearly took mark of the season in the GF. That would have been something, but it was realistic. Got two hands on it, and they've surged it to a boundary line stoppage in their forward 50.
Well, again, a couple of dangerous kicks coming out of the back half by Morningside have given Broadbeach a chance there, and just a little bit of ill discipline. Broadbeach right in this game, 7 points is the margin, getting deep into the third quarter. That was Turner off the ground. Morningside come away. It's Payne, the Triple Grogan medalist, just measures it nicely to the enigma. Eddie Mellon. Dangerous kick. Comes off. And it's Tom Jeffrey. A little chipping ball. Finds Crozier and just protecting rather than actually trying to create here, which is a danger.
He's gone back to Payne here. who definitely is a man with composure. Chips wide. They've got the number out wide, and it's Pendlebury. They got one over the top, two over the top here, and they should get it and go. So Panthers down the far wing of Leyshon Park. Looks up. They've spread well here, the Panthers. Good bit of play. Brad Howard. They recognise nothing much was happening this side. We'll go right round the other way. They want it back through the middle, and that's where they go. Nice kick through here to Brad Dale. Bradley Dale, they might come. Payne wants it. Might be a bit risky. That's a wobbler, and it's been turned over. And the Cats, they've only got... Oh, I tell you what, they had numbers everywhere forward of the ball, the Cats, and that would have been a walk-in goal. But as it stands, we turn at three-quarter time in the 2020 QAFL Grand Final. It is Morningside 7-6-48, 7 points to the good of the undefeated Broadbeach Cats, 6-5-41.
Well, we only saw 2 goals in that quarter, and it was almost like the first quarter all over again, where it was just tight footy. The ball went up and down the ground, but it was tight around the stoppages, and that probably epitomised probably where the game's really at, and it's been hard and tough around the contest. Both sides are working hard to try and free up players to get that run in space, but both sides their defence is just scrambling well enough just to keep the Wolves at bay, at least on the scoreboard. Goal kickers at three-quarter time. For the Panthers, it's 2 to Hamilman, 2 to Blake Coleman, and 2 to Ruben William, and a single to Nathan Colenso. And for Broadbeach, it's 2 to Josh Gore, and singles to Chadwick, Erickson, Shears, and Gilmore, who we don't believe will play any further part in the game. Both sides go to their huddles. It's the last message from their coaches for the year. It is going to be a crucial one as we move into this last quarter. We'll be back with you after these highlights. The Cats back within 2 points. He kicks it from right on 50, gives it everything, and it hits the left-hand post.
He went up very early, unable to capitalise. And so Nyland Rowe looking to bring it out. He's just going to come down the line. Big pack developing here. Williams at the front. He's not going to get a fly. Good grab at the back. Nicely taken from Luke Edwards. But Hamilman's definitely got the leg if he strikes it sweetly. Comes in, lets it fly from about 53. It's a beautiful kick of the ball. It holds up, but it's over the fence for a goal. And he loves
over the top. Do they have the man on here? Well done. Good chain of handballs. Ends up with Turner. Goes long. Over the top. It could be coast to coast.
Got a fly here, Searle. Does so, takes the mark. Well done. Now, numbers coming at him. Nutting's on a decent lead. He goes longer than that into a pocket. That's a beautiful kick, and he's got it in the pocket.
There just to stop the run.
Oh, Hamilman. Hamilman picks it up. Will he go on the left boot? He's trying to get back in the right. I thought he was gone. He gets a handball. Howard tracking the footy. Lays a good tackle. It's near side, and so Moncrief a long way from goal. Looks up. You can see plenty of Morningside jumpers in front of him, and they're going to take this grab. That's a great mark.
I'll find it now. Chadwick's got a little bit of room to move. Can he straighten up? He does now. The kick's on its way. It's right to the line. And it is a goal. And that'll go to... Probably wasn't his best effort, Fisher. Just coughed it up, and Morningside can go forward now. Searle's there. Under pressure. Near the boundary line. And hold the ball.
Just overdid it, trying to protect his teammate, and the Cats can clear. They go by hand, and Moncrief well up the ground again, but he's starting to get his hands on the ball. Nutting's got a good fly at this one. Oh, Nutting.
And Morningside break from their huddle. What Clint Watts will be either a premiership coach or somebody heartbroken, and likewise now Broadbeach, they split from their huddle, and the undefeated Broadbeach haven't been in this position at three-quarter time right throughout the year, so this is going to be very interesting, and it just so happens to be that we are coming in for one cracking last quarter of QAFL football in 2020 in this grand final. Matt Carroll's joining myself, Mark Kennedy, and Matt, it is just, I've said on a knife's edge, we're using a few superlatives. What is it?
It's all set up is what it is. It's all set up for the finish that season 2020 deserves. The two best sides of the year going hammer and tongs at it. 7 points the difference at three-quarter time, and glory awaits one of these teams. 6-5 plays 7-6. It's going to be a quarter where The half chances need to be taken if you want to lift the cup. Mark Kennedy, take us away.
Well, who is going to put their name up in glory? The umpire brings it back, so there was a bit of an anticlimax to kick us off for this last quarter. 7 points the margin. I feel that Broadbeach just need to open the game up, and Morningside, they will back themselves just to be able to counter. Mollison just gets it down. Ruckman to Rover, him being both of them. Ball over the back. Coleman gets it off to Payne, round the corner. And
mark.
Very well done there.
That's Arnold.
That's Arnold, yep. Nicely done.
Needed to be taken, and it was. Very calm and composed. Long kick out wide, just drifts over the top. Coleman very casually picks it up, gets into his move, able to get around the would-be tackle, a little chipping ball. Falls short there, picked up by Nelson. Nelson swings it out wide. Searle tracking this foot. He needs to get it on the boot, goes by hand instead. Fisher out wide, looked like he was going to get caught, but able to get a nice long kick in. It's 1-on-1 in the 50. Moncrief unable to take the grab, couldn't even get to the drop of the ball. Peeling for free kicks left, right and centre, the Cats, and not taking any, but they've got the ball where they want it. An early goal here would do wonders for their confidence and momentum, but you get the feeling that this game's going to go to the wire.
So the ball thrown back in. Turner just hacked it forward. Godfrey gets it out. Pendlebury just onto his favoured right. Goes out wide. Right to the wing. Searle does well. Just edged his player off the ball. Bokey. He just went to ground. He might be in a fair bit of trouble. And he is.
Just slipped over when he got into his move there, unfortunately, and got stuck with it.
Just hasn't had the impact, has he, today so far, Quabi Bokey? Not over yet. That's Hamilman. That's a lovely one-on-one contested mark. Goes long. Edwards is his target. Just punched away from him by Arnold. Does well, but the quick handball comes out. Ruben is right there and it's through. It's a goal.
Ooh, they're going to check it.
They're going to check it. We don't have any score replay, but the goal umpire looks fairly certain in my eyes.
He looked happy with it. The goal umpire looked like he was going to signal the goal, and he does.
And Ruben William is the leading goal kicker on the ground with third, and a very, very timely one for the Panthers to put them up by 13 points early in this last quarter.
Big bit of play there from the Panthers. Got it forward, and it was a bit of a chaos ball a couple of times. It looked like it was going to get killed over. Edwards had good purchase on it, couldn't take the mark, gets a little handball out. Williams lost it, came back to him, kicked it, and the goal umpire was very confident on that straight away. And 3 goals this afternoon from William, at least 2 of them from that position, half a centimetre out.
1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, or 1 in the last, I should say. I'm getting ahead of myself. That I can't count, which I'm sure I can't. I need an abacus. We're back in the middle again. Mollison gets it down towards Russ. That's a holding. Advantage. Payne approaches 50. From 45, he gives it almost everything. It nearly clean bowls everybody, and they'll be happy to take it out of bounds. That wasn't his best kick of the football. Not quite laces out like we used to with Matthew Payne.
Had a bit more time than he thought, perhaps. He just didn't quite steady up enough and didn't get any spin on that ball whatsoever. Nearly got a lucky bounce.
Could have just about killed the game off too.
Early in the last, here we go. Turner tapping it down. Bokey stripped of the ball, coming down. Russ is hunting that footy. Arnold does well again. He's been stoic in that back line in this early stages of the last quarter, and it drifts out of bounds. He's almost playing the goalkeeper role at the moment, Harrison Arnold, but the pressure's piling on here onto the Broadbeach defence. They really need to get it out of here if they can. Mollison is back behind the ball, ready for any clearing kick, but it may not get there. Hamilman in the ruck. Thought he might try and look to take it out, but Turner's up to it. Payne again. Payne gets a quick kick. They'll pay this mark, I reckon. Ball goes up, comes to ground, trapping it. Left foot ball. Behind Tom Jeffrey. Tom Jeffrey, 14 points the margin. The Cats need to settle.
So Searle is that man, the captain. Good lead up. Goes out towards Turner. Dale was right there with him. And the ball out of bounds to Sunshine Coast products. And Turner and Brad Dale. Caloundra boy. So, ball back into play. Mollison and Turner been at it all day. Quick handball, just inboard, looking for Howard, just runs onto it, then just bustled off the ball by Ericsson. Round the corner it goes, into open space. Dale is right there with Clay Cameron, ball out of bounds. Just forward to centre for Morningside, right on that outer side where the ball has been most of today.
Plenty of time left, obviously, for the Cats, but they really do need to start winning that ball forward and give themselves a chance to get some scoreboard pressure back onto the Panthers. Panthers would be happy with their position at the moment. By no means is the Q in the rack, of course. A lot of football still to be played here this afternoon in the 2020 decider. Great smother there from Payne. He's done it all this afternoon. He's been terrific. No doubt he'll be in the votes for the best on ground medal. There's a few others though. William with his 3 goals.
Has he not got enough medals, Matthew Payne? 3 NEFL MVPs, 3 Grogan medals, all with different clubs, 11 best and fairest.
It's quite the CV.
Yep, and hello to Maxine. I know you're watching down in Victoria. His mum just spinning out of trouble with Armitage. Did it beautifully. Just a little bit of pressure on the kick coming in. Nutting, just gets the arms up, evades the tackle, chipping ball inside. Dale just keeps it in front, does it well. Russ goes around the corner, lucks a fortune there, just drops into the hands of Collishaw, out to half back. Jeffrey, back to Payne, skirts the boundary line and out of bounds. Oh, it doesn't skirt it well enough because it's out of bounds on the full. Broadbeach can reload.
And they will. They'll look up. Be interesting to see their ball movement. Interesting to see what the message from O'Brien was about how we want to go forward. That's just a high hit and hope, and it holds up in the breeze. Nicely picked up. He's got one wing tucked away though. Not sure how he was able to get rid of it. It just spilled out, the umpire said. Oh, bad bounce for Hamilman there, but it works for the Panthers. They go forward on the left boot's got to be good here. He does all right. Is that too high? The umpire says no. Edwards to kick the goal. He's fitted across the face and it's out of bounds. Not the worst result for the Panthers. A boundary throw in rather than a kick out for them. They can just stack numbers down in this forward 50 and try and at least lock it in here for a little while, if not get a goal.
Thought the Broadbeach defender was a bit unlucky there not to get a free kick as he was dragged off the ball, but as we keep saying, and play the whistle. Edwards doing the ruck work. Both Reeves, and Armitage in the finish, I think it was. Colenso just couldn't quite take it with him. Chadwick tries to bust through, can't do so. Ball's in tight there. Howard now, he's had one arm pinned and then just taken to ground by 2 Cats. And we'll have a ball up, 35 metres out. Morningside attack. They lead by 9 points. Or if I can't do my maths. I'm
14.
14 points, I should say. How bad's that?
Ericsson tackled in, a nice tackle from the Panthers.
I was a goal back.
That's okay. That's all right.
Or more.
Ericsson gets up, hands the ball back. Mollison's been terrific this afternoon for mine as well. Turner wins that one though. Goes straight out here to Crozier. Gets a barrel. That ball's tracking the goals, and Arnold's happy to professionally take that one over the line, and they'll reload and see if they can go coast to coast. It looks like something like that's what they're looking for. They need a bit of broken play, get out over the back maybe, but the Panthers are too well set up.
Every player forward of centre now. So they go way down the middle. Not the prettiest looking kick. Batoli Simmons got the spoil. Hancock, he just impeded his player, tackling him high. It's Tom Jeffrey, gets up with the ball. Seen a little bit more of him in this second half. He just lobs it up. Looking for Hamilman, he had the set. Ruben William almost just had an opportunity, but Kwabi Boki, he just laid the tackle at the right time, out of play. Just around on that outer side, right near the point post. Morningside just attacking, pressuring, 15 points up.
Exactly where they want the ball to be, exactly how they want to play it. Just tuck it into this pocket and put the pressure on. Don't let it out. Let's see if we can get a goal out of this. Tap forward there. Morningside plays on the move. Comes down. Beautiful smother from Payne. It goes out of bounds. And the pressure continues to mount. I think we saw a little bit of that with that attempted torpedo down the middle from the kick out. Only sort of that 8-9 minutes in, but just trying to break this press that Morningside have got at the moment. So, ball goes up, tap forward, bodies on the move, Cats crash into each other, ball's down, dangerous ball here. This could be a mark to Morningside. Oh, he's dropped the mark. Play on, says the umpire. Luke Edwards, can he pick it up? He's tracking it wide, he's losing territory. Beautifully done there. Nice pick up as well. Steps back onto the left. That's good play from Fife. One-on-one here, Moncrief. Can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Nicely tidied up and composed kick as well. Not 15, but it doesn't matter. He's got plenty of time and space, and they will hold it up now, you'd think. And that's Howard.
It was a lovely kick by McGannon, wasn't it? Just that little chipping ball. As you said, didn't go the required, but importantly found a teammate. Howard goes up high. That's just in the path of the Broadbeach Cats every day of the week. Hancock is the man with the ball. And again, they're just being caught up in this press. They need to break it open. Mills with the ball. And his hands full with Hamilman today. Got two. The big key forward. Nutting's the target. There's a free kick. It'll go Broadbeach's way. So here's an opportunity. And go the way of Moncrief. So still behind centre for the Cats.
Ideally, he'd be kicking it to himself leading up from here, but he's had to come way up the ground to provide an option. And he goes deep. There's three Panthers, and Pendlebury just takes it on the chest. And the Cats just can't get anything going forward of the ball. Chipping ball wide from Cameron Reeves, and the game's on the Panthers' terms at the moment. He pulls the trigger through the middle. Nelson gives a little touch in the back. Searle feeds it back to Nelson. He's hot from behind, but he gets rid of it. Chance here for Fisher. Takes the mark. Needs to get it moving. Looks up. Not much movement ahead of him. One player moving, that's where he goes. It's going to sit just on his head and, not taking the mark. Nutting, spins, snaps with the right boot and kicks it out of bounds. Oh, it was touched off the boot. But this is better for the Cats. Down in their forward line, they need to make something happen. They need to make it happen now.
Well, they need it. They need just a goal just to give them that belief as much as anything else, because what you don't want is you don't want to become panicked and then just go away from your style. Ball back into play. Trying to burst through, and that was Reeves with the quick kick, went out of bounds on the full. That was Bailey Reeves. You can't blame him for trying to progress it in that situation. So Pendlebury just goes wide, long. Just crashing the pack. Number of players. Mallon just got the handball away with no real purpose to it. Plenty of players around the contest. They'll be happy to tie it up, although they will come away from it. Crozier with the ball, just measured it, did well. That was a lovely mark there by Dwyer, just controlled it with the one hand.
As they push for Williams on his own, he could get this and take the man on the mark. Oh no, he's been tackled. Was that a professional foul? No, it was, but he hasn't paid it. There's still space in the forward line though. Hamilman's deep. He does have a man in the hole in front of him, but the bench is calling for him to have the shot. He's going to let fly from similar range to what Hamilman did, albeit at the other end of the ground. We know this ball's going to track fiercely from right to left when he lets fly. It may hold up, but he's looking very confident, and the bench told him straight away. Ruben William, he's kicked it, it's tugging left, it's not going to make it. Up they go, Coleman! Coleman's taken an absolute ripper, but I think the umpire's paid a free kick. And who's he going to give the ball to? Is he going to pay it to Coleman? He is. I think he's going to say, I think the whistle went early for a free kick, but they're going to say mark anyway. Coleman has taken an absolute beauty, a grand final special.
Well, it was a great mark, wasn't it? Wonderful. I think the umpire, although we'll come to that, we'll let you call the kick.
Here we go, Coleman. Chips at it. Oh, he's just pushed it across the face and they can't deliver the hammer. The hammer blow. That was a massive grab.
I don't think the kick should have been in his hands because the umpire actually paid a free kick somewhere else.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see who that kick was going to go to as they try and run it out. This is what they need to do. Good pressure from Hamilman, and they're going to turn it over. And the Panthers will just keep applying this pressure. They've got the stranglehold on them at the moment. There's that Crozier out wide with the ball. Crozier, he's found plenty of holes in this second half particularly. He's been good this afternoon. He's going to send it in long and high. Coleman might have another jump at it. Where's he coming? He's not going to get to this one. Hamilman is. Couldn't take the mark. Spills out the back. Panthers have been sweating on these all day. They've kicked several goals this way, and they'll be happy there in that fierce tackle to just hold this up as we tick over 14 minutes, Kanga. 14 minutes played, and the Panthers are looking good at the moment.
Ball up, just goes. Oh, turn up, wild swing at it. Coleman just evades a couple, gets a kick away.
Oh, the post.
And hit the post. Been slippery as Blake Coleman at times today. He's been tough to contain up in the air and the ground, as we've seen.
Gee whiz, I don't have much on out here. There's nothing to kick to. That's why he's double back. Arnold goes out of bounds. Well, he played on this side and he had nothing versus about 3 Panthers, and that was it. And that's why he didn't want to let that fly, but no, Cats were pushing across. You don't mind them playing on, but they need to get numbers one side or the other and go to them.
They've just suffocated Broadbeach here.
Very short throw in. They might do that one again. No, play on, says the umpire. Good tackle by Turner. And you're right, it's been suffocating pressure from the Panthers.
So Turner will have to get up and go again, this time against Edwards. He wins it, does the former. Boki, he can't take it with him. Ball at ground level, just trying to be bustled forward as much as anything by the Cats, and they come now. It was Armitage, little handball, looking for somebody forward of the ball. Armitage was held on too late, so win the free kick. It'll be downfield, go off to the Chad. So Chadwick kicks it long, looking for a target. The big fist came from Dale. At ground level go the Panthers defence. That's a bit dangerous. Emerging was Reeves. Couldn't quite get any purchase on his handball away. Little ball just worked forward there. That was Gore with it, gets it down deep. And the Panthers rush it down. Moncrief was the target. Couldn't quite hold on to it in the goal square.
They survived. They survived the Panthers. The first real attacking foray from the Cats. They don't come up with a goal. 16 minutes play. They're going to need to have to find one soon. 17 points the margin. Grand final on the line right here, right now. Ball hits grass. William there trying to track the footy. Couldn't pick it up. Broadbeach Cats player down on the boundary line there. You can see him. He's got a bit of a sore thumb there, but that's Harrison Arnold. He'll just have to run that one off. He's going to go up in the ruck here with the sore thumb. He'll probably go with the right hand. He does, taps it out wide. William again, he's been very good this afternoon. Happy to just see that one skittle out. And this is where the Cats need someone on the move. They need to get someone breaking free of this stoppage and either hitting a forward or having a flying shot.
Well, one thing we are going to see, we're going to have a good view of this. Thanks to our live stream here, 2020 Grand Final. Thanks for joining us. Dwyer gets the tap out. Ruben Williams takes the ball and is immediately gang tackled by the Cats. Armitage wanted just to play his own game and keep going. No, says the umpire. They need to just get on, as you said, Matt Carroll said, get on the move. Dwyer gets it down. Chadwick, the ball just comes out. Dwyer just on hands and knees. He fell down. And the ruckman, he'll have to get up and do it all again. Again, too stagnant.
Too stagnant, yeah. There's not enough movement for mine. They have to be proactive here. It's no good losing by, 17 points. You've got to go for it here. Ericsson through the stoppage. That's better. Will that stay in, though? It's screwing over to that boundary, and a rare one that goes out of bounds on the full on this side of the field, working against the breeze there. And the Panthers through Nyland Rowe. No, it's not going to be Nyland Rowe. They're going to bring it out this side, you would imagine. I don't think there'll be anything too risky going on from the Panthers at this point in the grand final. Ty Mollison's been good in these contests. Oh, he got two hands on it again. Couldn't take the mark. Hancock paddles it out the back. Oh, taken high there. Play on, says the umpire. Beautifully picked up, but immediately tackled. And the Panthers are just doing it right at the moment, aren't they?
Well, they're applying the pressure at the right times. They're playing a team game and a team defence and suffocating the Cats at the right point in time. Here's a rare touch for Lowe. Right to forward 50. Moncrief just crashes over the top. And a little bit of space now. Gore gets it in there. The foot race is on. The ball might beat everybody, though, and it does. Easily. The ball was Usain Bolt compared to the tiring players fast in their pursuit of it.
This is the moment. You feel this is it for the Cats. They need something here. They need something this foray. No ruckman. What happens here? Well, the umpire's not happy with how far that one went in. Seemed to go further than some of the others. And so he's going to get them to do it again. Huge numbers around this.
Hadn't had the ruckman nominated, perhaps.
Here, there's the Cats on the move here. Arnold taps it down. Players coming through. Fisher feeds it out. Chance. Left foot. Needs it to curl through. It does. It's a goal. It is a goal. And that's that man, Clay Cameron, kicking a very, very important goal. His 14th of the season. And there's a pulse, Kanga. There's a pulse.
That there is. They're going to need two quickly. We're 19 and a quarter minutes in, but it was a lovely piece of work there by Clay Cameron. From this ruck stoppage, Mollison had front spot, but it was just fed out. Might have been by Armitage, I think. And Clay Cameron just on the move, and the former Gold Coast Sun and Redlands player just did the rest on the non-preferred left.
Interesting move here. Arnold's definitely gone into the ruck. O'Brien's throwing the magnets around a bit. He wants that very mobile, very athletic, big man. He's going to have to be good against Mollison in the centre bounce because we've seen some clean takeaways from the Panthers so far.
Could we see just a rush of goals and make this very, very interesting at the finish? Players around the contest going nowhere.
Cowlishaw's worn him all day. Bradlow's had no room to move whatsoever. Ooh.
So just throwing the foot at the ball. Godfrey's the first to it for Morningside. Gets it out wide.
Too
And
wide.
goes too wide. So out of bounds on the full. And Kwabi Boki, he can just try and rev the engines for the Cats. Little short ball. Finds the Chad. Right out wide. Brandon Chadwick goes long. Moncrief is a target, almost brought it down. Unable to do so. Players around the contest. And who's getting up from underneath there? It is Pendlebury. He's been very serviceable at centre half back.
Of course, it's Pendlebury. He's always at the bottom of those packs. The wheel's turning though. The Cats can sense it. Forward handball. Chadwick on the burst. Will it sit up for him? He attacks it hard, keeps it in, gets a handball in board numbers. Chance. Is that Fisher? He's getting a free kick. He's getting a free kick after he kicked it. It's going to be very wide though. It's going to be right out wide. And the free kick's going to go to Clay Cameron again. He curled one through on the left boot. He's going to have to go on the right. Cameron, Broadbeach Premiership hopes in his hands. The crowd liked it, but they did not have a good view of it whatsoever. And it's missed. But they creep ever closer. 9 points the difference.
Well, he liked it. The Broadbeach crowd loved it. But unfortunately, the goal umpire, he did not like it quite as much as Morningside. Bring it back, go deep, very deep. Coleman just taken, well done, taken off the ball, but Ruben, quick little clever use of the feet, almost got the run of it again, but over the boundary line, so right on outer wing.
Cramping on the outer side there. His opponent was actually helping him stretch it out.
Good bit of sportsmanship there. Ball back into play. Arnold in the ruck just throws the big left fist, the big Duke at it. And the ball out of play again. Been advanced some 15 metres further towards the Broadbeach goals. 9 points of difference, 22 and a half minutes gone of this last quarter.
Only 2 goals been kicked. You can't imagine it'll go too deep this quarter. Mollison wins it forward. Pendlebury leaves it behind. Cats get it. Kind of get it going forward. It's gone straight up and down. I'm not even sure they'll pay a mark. They just clear out underneath it. Surge football required here. Desperation stakes. This is grand final football right now. 9 points the difference. Ticking up to 23 minutes played. It's all on the line. The Panthers got their noses in front at the moment. Broadbeach pressing hard.
Ball down. Quick kick out. Goes Broadbeach's way. Advance the ball further. So this puts them in a very dangerous position all of a sudden. One would think that there's not much time to waste here, and a bit of clean possession will be absolutely critical. Into play, Mollison. Ball thrown in. Good smother by Russ. Just takes it out of the clutches of Broadbeach for the moment. Waddell, little chipping left foot, finds a target. And that is Fife. We'll see what he can do from here. He's going to have to go.
Bang it in long on the left boot. Can they get a big grab? They haven't really had one all day. Moncrief's going to launch. He couldn't take the mark. Pendlebury finds it at the foot. Brings the ball out. Just a desperation handball and a free kick picked out. Oh, bit of a lucky one there for mine, but they'll take it. Is that Kershaw?
That's Batoli Simmons.
Batoli Simmons right in front of the Cats fans who are giving him plenty of advice with what to do with this football. He kicks long down the line. Arnold's in a good spot, takes a great mark. He's been good since moving into the ruck. Harrison Arnold needs to get up and go. Wheels around onto the right boot. Gets it going in long and deep. Flyers required. Flyers come. Free kick. Cats ball. They're played on and he's missed. Oh, he's missed, Kenga. Oh boy, did you see who took the shot? Oh dear. It is a behind. Can you believe that? A free kick 10 metres out from goal. They took the advantage and they missed.
Well, I think it was a fair advantage given there was a break between the whistle and when the kick actually left his foot. Broadbeach Cats will not like it. However, it is, I think, fair for mine.
And Bertolli Simmons is screaming at his team to push to the defensive side, and every Panther's going to that side of the ground.
So the long ball, it's over the back. No, play on's the call. Ruben Williams just turns around, lobs it high to the wing. They're just almost copping a high one. There was Broadbeach Cats. No, says the umpire. So Godfrey, couple of bounces, takes a third. He'll just try and lob it up, looking for a target. Ericsson gets back though, saves the day, but they need to attack.
They've got to go, they've got to find something, they've got to run, they've got to just push through the pain barrier at the moment. They hold up because nobody's moving out the far side. Broadbeach play coming off the ground. It was friendly fire with Boki. Oh, terrific mark. Bertolli Simmons. He's been a brick wall back there today, and that's a telling grab. He wants a short chipping ball. He hasn't got one. He's trying to. He goes high. He set it up too much. Payne couldn't take the mark. He's going to get a free kick. Gee whiz, thought that was a fair contest. Payne's going to get the ball though, and he'll be in no rush whatsoever. Ticking over to 26 minutes played, and the triple Grogan medalist.
So Payne, just look to lob it up. Look for the big boys. Keep it close to the boundary line, and they'll be happy with that. Morningside, just keep progressing the ball forward, albeit down the line safely. Get the stoppage after stoppage in the dying stages of the 2020 Grand Final, where they lead by 8 points, approaching 26.5 minutes of the last quarter. Arnold throws his leg at it. Ruben Williams attacks it. Boki was right there with him. Godfrey emerges with it. Just doesn't get as much purchase on with the left foot. Right there is Colin Shaw. Broadbeach, they take it their way. And then a nice mark by Bertolli Simmons.
50.
Did very well. And that's
Gee whiz. It was a very courageous mark, but I don't know how the Cats player is supposed to stop in that situation. He's got to commit to that mark, and at this stage of the Grand Final, that is a serious penalty. Cats players trying to milk it to get one back here, but it's going to be Bertolli Simmons who's going to he'll be within range here, I'd reckon, Kanga.
Yeah, it was Clay Cameron who came in just that little bit late. Not sure it deserved 50 personally, but former teammate, so there was a good relationship. So there was no angst, but you know, all's fair and love in war when you're on a different side in the Grand Final.
Ride this one home, Kanga. Ride this one home. 8 points the margin, 27 minutes played. The defender. Can he put it almost beyond doubt?
Hayden Bertolli Simmons takes his time. He'll kick it from 50 metres. Gives it everything he's got and just drifts away late. 9 points the margin.
It's on your head.
They're going to go right down the middle.
Oh no. Got to throw caution to the wind. Now they're going to run it and they're out. Got to kick it. Got to get it on the boot. And he does. Bangs it in long. Moncrief's feeding back. He's got to come find it. He does now. Chance. There's not many numbers forward. You just need this to run on. Working hard. Working hard. Oh, what a mark. What a gut running effort that was from Bradley Dale. The speculator came in from Shears. It was a good kick. It's all he could do, but Dale got there first and he'll just come wide. Mollison will go up. Oh, nearly marking the front. There it is! There it is! The Morningside Panthers AL 2020 QAFL Premiers 8-11-59 to 7-8-50. Unbelievable game, Kanga.
Just let the scenes unfold here for a moment. The Morningside Panthers 2020 Premiers. Heartbreak yet again for Broadbeach. It was an epic grand final, and while Morningside really looked like they were going to hold on, Broadbeach briefly threatened late in that last quarter and breathed life into it. But it wasn't to be for the previously unbeaten Cats, and Morningside, they go on have a very good record in premiership deciders.
They get it done again. It's their 10th premiership for the Morningside Panthers, and agony and ecstasy all in one shot here as the Panthers celebrate with their faithful and the Cats, many of them still prone on the ground. They should be very proud of their season, obviously, but it all comes up for nothing, unfortunately, for them. And the Panthers, led by Clint Watts, their coach, and their captain, Bill Pendlebury, very deserved winners of what was a real arm wrestle and a quality game of football.
Well, 3 of the 4 quarters only saw 1 goal kicked from each of the sides. So I think it was, sorry, I apologise. I think it was 3 goals in total in the first quarter. We saw the floodgates open somewhat with 4 each in the second, and then it was only 2 goals each in the last half.
That's right.
Of the game. So it really was that massive arm wrestle. While we're talking about goals, we'll just go through goal kickers quickly as these jubilant scenes on go for the Morningside Panthers. It was 3 to Ruben William, including the last one for the Panthers. He kicked 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the last. It was a couple to Blake Coleman, a couple to the leading goal kicker of the QAFL, and Matt Hamilman, and a single to Nathan Colenso. And for the vanquished Broadbeach Cats, it was 2 to Josh Gore, and then singles to Brandon Chadwick, Blake Erickson, Kai Shears, Clay Cameron, and Ryan Gilmore.
The Panthers, very good this afternoon. It was an arm wrestle, as you said, only 1 goal each in the third quarter and the last quarter. But they're a quality football club. That's 10 premierships, 10 times runners-up they've been, and unfortunately for Broadbeach, for the second time in a couple of years, they were runners-up in 2018, they're runners-up again today. All 3 grades they made it today. They should be very proud of themselves. Quality football club, we know that they'll be back again next week, but the Panthers, under Clint Doggy Watts, they just get it done. He knows how to win the big games, doesn't he, Clint?
That's right. His record as a player and now as a coach has been absolutely exceptional. I don't think anybody in Queensland football can doubt what is the formula for success that he continues to find. And for Craig O'Brien, a disappointment. He said he tasted success with Palm Beach Currumbin a number of years ago, and he just came over to near our commentary box a little earlier and just gave us the news that Ryan Gilmore has concussion, so he's not that flash. But again, the disappointment of the game will overwhelm many for the Broadbeach Cats, who had so many hopes coming in today and for the season.
Oh, they've had a huge season, undefeated coming into today, obviously. It's been some quality football under some quality coaching, and unfortunately, as we've said, they've come up short, but they'll be very proud of themselves.
Your thoughts on who might take away the medal today?
Never easy, but for mine, when they needed something to get going, it happened out of the middle, and I think the ruck-rover combination between Mollison and Payne was pivotal. Payne, we mentioned through the broadcast, he's won everything, so it would be fitting if he won a medal today, but in a low-scoring game for Ruben William, who did roll through the middle as well to kick 3 goals, that's a big effort for him as well. The Cats had some good players as well, obviously, but generally they'll go to the winner, the medal. So do you think I've missed anyone there, anyone that you'd throw in the mix?
Yeah, I thought Pendlebury was wonderful off half-back today, and you mentioned Ruben William, but I also thought Blake Coleman was an exceptional contributor amongst what were a lot of very good contributors, and I don't think we should forget the efforts of James Collishaw in a tagging role, and I don't think they will probably see that, but it was a pivotal role in today's play to really go and shut down Brad Lowe, who had very little influence over the game.
He might be in the coaches' votes there or in the best finals player votes, Collishaw. He does a very important job for Clint Watts every week, and today was no exception, but all credit to the Panthers. All credit to them. They've been terrific all year. They've only lost the 1 game. We talk about Broady being undefeated. Morningside only lost 1 game all year. And in the 2020 season, which has been so topsy-turvy and the list turnover's been huge, it's been a fantastic quality of football, and congratulations to the Panthers.
And exactly right. And the Panthers, they will be jubilant. There'll be plenty of celebrations down at Panther Park over there. Thanks to you, Matt Carroll, and all the team here bringing you the live stream all around Australia and the world. If you couldn't get out to Yeronga today, you missed an absolute cracker in the flesh, but we're glad you joined us just the same. The 2020 premiers are the Morningside Football Club.
Up that one, good tackle. Did he drop it? Umpire says no. Ball spills out. It's a frantic footy as you'd expect at the start of a grand final. Boakey again, met heavily again. Tricky breeze coming from left to right. We'll have a look and see how much it does. Hamilman. Oh, I tell you what, made the umpire work and he has missed. He just allowed too much. Hayden Fife, he's had a terrific year, great young player. Fife looks up, you can see how many numbers are in this forward 50. He just decides to bang it long. It's a good kick to the teeth of the goals. Good grab.
Props and then kicks off the one step into side forward 50. Just runs on. Triffitt's there. He's bowled over to get it up. Ruben William with the first goal of the sound at the right times. Got himself involved. Comes in. 45-degree angle, out of side. It's not pretty, but it is, if that makes sense. Well, that bounce there, it was the breeze that actually held it inside the centre circle, and Turner actually gave up on it.
I think so. He didn't want to know about it, but they didn't bring it back. William, the goal kicker, dumped in a great Chadwick tackle.
Plays on, kicks a low ball inside. Unable to take it with the Morningside forward line, but the ball just fed out and getting the back, but a good hand on it from the Morningside defence. Well done there by Kethrow. And nutting note, he'll come away. Little tipping ball as well.
So he might have to go in a bit longer and higher, and he does that. It's just sort of giving it the pitching wedge. Up they go. Oh, he nearly marked that there. Gets a left boot on it. It's going to work for him. He's got it again. He's got it again, Colenso.
But he does have his hands full with Connor Nutting, just the same. He's been very lively. So McGannon goes long. It's going to go over the back. Well, no, it doesn't. Mollison, the big long arms of the ruckman.
Ball to Boakey, but then decided to kick it. If that gets out the back, Pendlebury's in trouble, and he is in trouble. They're moving forward here, Moncrief. He puts it to the hot spot. The man slipped over, but he went back and found it. What a
good kick in the finish, but Gilmore certainly made it look hard, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gilmore puts it up high. Has he given it too much work? No, he likes it.
Ruben William couldn't handle it. Chadwick tried to come through with it, couldn't do so. Well done there by Armitage, just gets it forward. Dale just pats it down. Here's the goal kicker in Gilmore, although this time he just ran.
Turner just hits it forward. William, little handball out the back of the pack. Was that a legal handball? The umpire says yes. Ericsson, he's got a decent left foot. It comes out here to Gore again. Gore on the left boot, he's got another one. He's got another one.
Ball inside, forward 50, running onto it was Hamilman. Has a bit of space, he can steady up, just puts it up to the top of the square, and that is a wonderful
ball from Williams. Ball coming long, there it is, drifting over the top again. Foot race on. Needed to go, gets a handball. They're in trouble here now. The Cats, they're going to attack hard here. This is Shears. Beautiful hit from Shears to Nutting. He nearly took another mark. The Panthers trying to get out. Throws it on the left boot. That could curl and curl around. Chadwick couldn't quite take the mark. He gets a foot on it. Brandon Chadwick with the goal. Something out of
on the ball with that left foot. You see the ball back into play. Dwyer, he won the football down and then laid the big tackle on Bailey Reeves and wins the... Just doesn't quite handle it as well. And that is not a good effort because Ericsson just runs onto it and gives it the mighty heave-ho! This might be over the back of players. Triffitt does well. Morningside, they've got runners. On the end of it is Matt Payne. Where's it going to go? It's got to get over the back. Hamilman just measured. Hamilman just measured nicely on that occasion by Payne. It just held up. The handball over the top to Coleman. And this is a good answer by the Panthers.
Emphatic. He's well read by Mollison, the only man that went for it. Moncrief comes late but needed to be there earlier. And Mollison's playing a pretty handy game. He just bangs it in deep. Hamilman's there, good representation. Oh, they didn't pay it.
Mark that, given the fact that all the momentum of the Broadbeach defenders was pushing right into his body.
Curls it round the corner and he likes it. He loves it. Of all the Broadbeach players, Hamilman collects, doesn't handball, kicks it into his man. They've muffed this up a little bit. Oh, handball, he could get another one. He does. Hamilman kicks his second.
Ball down, just going to lob it up, looking for a big target. Just to try and get it there. Well done there by the Morningside defenders, and that is a throw. So good work there. Lob it up. He's done it a couple of times from that position in this quarter. Right down deep, Bokey. And coming through was Reuben Williams. Gets a boot on it. It's a goal. It'll be. It's a chance to put the Cats back within 2 points. He kicks it from right on 50. Gives it everything, and it hits the left-hand post.
He went up very early, unable to capitalise. And so Nyland Road looking to bring it out. He's just going to come down the line. Big pack developing here. Williams at the front. He's not going to get a fly. Good grab at the back. Nicely taken from Luke Edwards. But Hamilman's definitely got the leg if he strikes it sweetly. Comes in, lets it fly from about 53. It's a beautiful kick of the ball. It holds up, but it's over the fence for a goal. And he loves
over the top. Do they have the man on here? Well done. Good train of handballs. Ends up with Turner. Goes long. Over the top. It could be coast to coast.
Got a fly here, Searle. Does so. Takes the mark. Well done. Now, numbers coming at him. Nutting's on a decent lead. He goes longer than that. Into a pocket. That's a beautiful kick, and he's got it in the pocket.
There just to stop the run.
Oh, Hamilman. Hamilman picks it up. Will he go on the left boot? He's trying to get back at the right. I thought he was gone. He gets a handball. Howard tracking the footy. Lays a good tackle. It's near side, and so Moncrief a long way from goal. Looks up. You can see plenty of Morningside jumpers in front of him, and they're going to take this grab. That's a great mark.
Find it now. Chadwick's got a little bit of room to move. Can he straighten up? He does now. The kick's on its way. It's right to the line. And it is a goal. And that'll go to... Probably wasn't his best effort, Fisher. Just coughed it up, and Morningside can go forward now. Searle's there. Under pressure. Near the boundary line. And holding the ball.
Just overdid it, trying to protect his teammate, and the Cats can clear. They go by hand, and Moncrief well up the ground again, but he's starting to get his hands on the ball. Nutting's got a good fly at this one. Oh, Nutting
gets it down. Ruckman to Rover. Him being both of them. Ball over the back. Coleman gets it off to Payne. Round the corner. And Mark goes long. Edwards is his target. Is punched away from him by Arnold, does well, but the quick handball comes out. Reuben is right there, and it's through. It's a goal.
May hold up, but he's looking very confident, and the bench told him straight away. Reuben Williams, he's kicked it, it's tugging left, it's not going to make it. Up they go, Coleman! Coleman's taking an absolute at the moment.
Ball up, this goes. Oh, Turner, wild swing out of Coleman, just evades a couple, gets a kick away.
Hit the post.
And hit the post.
Here, there's the Cats on the move here. Arnold taps it down. Players coming through. Fisher feeds it out. Chance. Left foot. Needs it to curl through. It does. It's a goal. It is a goal. Lee Simmons right in front of the Cats fans who are giving him plenty of advice with what to do with this football. He kicks long down the line. Arnold's in a good spot. Takes a great mark. He's been good since moving into the ruck. On the boot. And he does. Bangs it in long. Moncrief's feeding back. He's got to come find it. He does now. Chance, there's not many numbers for it. You just need this to run on. Working hard, working hard. Oh, what a mark. There first, and he'll just come wide. Mollison will go up. Oh, nearly marking the front. There it is. 59 to 7-8-50. Unbelievable game, Kanga.
Just let the scenes unfold here for a moment.